School's out
for a snowstorm.
I
I don't know where you've been.
School's out forever.
Oh, can you imagine?
I hate that song though.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Refresh.
Oh, we blare that over the loudspeaker after all the
There
kids.
we are. Hello, how's it going? Welcome to the House of Sewing. It took a second. Hold on. Let me give you
Hi,
the full effect.
Judy.
Hi,
Welcome to
Judy.
the House of Sewing. I hope everybody's having a great evening. It is Wednesday, and we're here to help you get through the week. How are you doing, Tammy?
I am here. And my design wall is empty. That's a problem.
That's all right. Twin, how are you doing?
We've had a wonderful day. You guys, I did so much on YouTube today. It's been unreal. So just come check me out. But it's been a wonderful day. So just watching the snowfall too, it was magical.
Have you gone and done the snow angel yet?
No.
Oh, you
No,
missed it.
I just need to get a big old light or something.
Hi,
Hey,
Sydney.
watch out for Shalom. She's on her way.
Yay! Okay.
Hi, Melina.
Yay! Hello, everybody. Hello, Sydney. Sorry, I'm getting my stuff together. Hello. How's it going?
Great. Sorry.
Hello,
Hi, Sydney.
Melania. Hello, Judy. Hi, so blessed by Jazz.
Hi.
Oh.
It's still early. I have a ton of projects that I'm getting together.
And Rita, to answer your question, not technically. They help with blue light, but I got them well before blue light became a talking point. So they kind of do, but not really. I still get glare.
So yes, Judy, we did get snow. I have about 2 inches of snow sitting there on the ground just waiting for me to play in. So I told the kids, don't touch the front yard. It's mine. So they got to play in the backyard and they threw snowballs and everything like that. So that's exciting. It's the first time in 3 years they've got to do that.
Oh, man. I'm about to age myself. In 1988 or 89, it snowed in my town. And the first thing I remember running out and doing snow angels on the front yard because it was just fresh powder.
It's so amazing. But then the tricky thing is, how do you get out of the snow angel without ruining it?
I know, right? You have to have help.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no one to help me.
Someone's got to walk up and grab your hand.
Oh, I don't have that person. Anywho, it'll still look good. I'll figure it out.
Forever.
But I put on my gardening boots because I didn't want to get all wet. And I walked out. It was fun. And I let Flash just play out in the snow. That's the first time she's ever seen snow. So she's like, what is this stuff coming from the sky? Why is it so cold on my paws?
Aww.
Yeah, she was so adorable.
If anyone loves snow
Flash, it's my favorite basset hound that I've ever owned in my life.
Yay! Hello, Mona. Great to see you. Yay! Hello.
Hi, Mona.
And if I missed anybody, hello.
Hey, Rita. But yeah.
If I can answer this, ours aren't showing up blurry, Melina, but I know on my live last night I was having issues with YouTube. You may have to leave the stream and come back in. And your screen doesn't stop being blurry or laggy.
And I have Spectrum, so my internet inadvertently gives out just completely. Like it'll just cycle. Like because I watch the stream back as well, and I'm like, oh, no one heard me say that.
So Rita, the glasses do help a little bit with the lights, but not a whole lot.
How's it going? Shalom.
Hello, I'm sorry I'm late. I lost track
Never
of
late, girl.
time.
It's all right. You have a hall pass.
Do I?
Pass.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
fine.
I thought school was out.
Oh God, I just cringed saying that. I have terrible high school and junior high stories like anybody else would. And it's not that I was ever late.
Kilroy.
Hey, you're crystal clear for me. Awesome, great to see you. Great
Hi,
to see
Kilroy.
you.
How are you doing tonight? Hey, Ollie,
I gotta go down a
Ollie's
size.
here. So exciting.
Hi, Ollie.
Hey.
Welcome in.
How's it going, Alibaba?
I have to go down a size.
Phoenix and I were talking about you today, Ollie. We missed you.
So I want to bring something back that I used to do that I completely forgot. Today, and this quite a few days, today is the U.S. Coast Guard's birthday.
Yay!
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Today is Prevent Plagiarism Day. You know who you are. Patent pending, patent pending.
And I'll catch you if you're in my 4th grade class.
Today is National Vet Girls Rock. So if you served anywhere around the planet and you're a woman, hi. Today's your day. Today is also Tug of War Day.
It is. I know.
You're so lucky you guys aren't here. We play tug of war.
That one I knew about.
I got a rope.
I can't play tug of war right now. Y'all are on your own.
I can't remember the last time I did it, and it wasn't a tree in a truck. Me just putting my truck in 4 low and hoping I don't destroy something.
It was last May for me. I play at the end. It's like, it's field day. Can I tell you what we do, though? Is that okay?
Oh, dear.
So I get all the girls on one side and the boys on the other. And then I huddle all the girls and I say, okay, when I say a special word, you're just going to let go of the rope and watch all the boys go tumbling down.
On behalf of the boys' delegation, that is terrible.
But it's so cute.
Oh.
Because, well, here's the thing. If all but like 2 girls let go of the rope, then when all the boys fall, then all the rest of the girls grab back onto the rope and start pulling.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm always the anchor too. I got to wrap myself. Yes, I'm the anchor. And I just dig. I go, you girls, you got to dig with your feet. So, yeah.
She's your twin, William.
Yay. Hello, Rita. Hello. It was 0 degrees today where Kilroy lives. And you don't want to know what it was here. You don't want to know. I had the air conditioner on the car.
Yeah, I was thinking that it was your back.
I think
I'm so sorry, Ollie.
I think it was like -1 when I got up this morning.
Absolutely, Ollie. I hope you feel better. We're
Hi,
here
Pam.
for you. Yay! Hello, Pam. Great to see you. Revoker teaching license.
It was,
teaching
48
because I'm
here today.
competitive. Yeah, I'm competitive.
48.
Yeah. And Texas boy said it was 24 in Texas. So, of course, I felt very, very superior.
You should have told him, you should be up here with me.
I mean, something like that may have come up.
Oh, he just needs to go ahead and move. I don't know what his problem is.
Have hubby at the store buying what William is not supposed to be buying. Fabric and or sewing machines. And by the way, it is
Today's the 19th.
Today is the 19th, and I still haven't purchased any fabric or anything or sewing machines.
50 days, William. 50 days.
So
50 days.
So another one of this, and you'll be at 100 days.
350 more to go.
I'm gonna make myself a cake in the shape of a sewing machine. I've said it out in the world, so I have to do it now.
It's gonna happen.
Does he know what happened? Does he know what I brought home?
No, I didn't tell him. You are 14% of the way there, by the way. 14%.
Let's go.
I had to do some math.
Excuse me. Hey, great to see you, Rita. Hello.
Hi, Rita.
No, I think we did tell him.
Today is also Iwo Jima Day, National Airboat Day. So if you were in Iwo Jima on an airboat, today is your day twice.
I've been on an airboat once.
They're fun. I have.
I
Out of
haven't.
all the crazy things I've done, I want one of those, but I live nowhere near a swamp.
Well, you don't need
Why
a
does
swamp.
it
You
have
just
to
need
be?
that pond that you're going to build in the back of your house.
Why? Yeah. Why does it have to be a swamp? They go on land too, don't they? You can drive to a
Wetland.
grocery store.
Wetland. Well, if you put wheels on it, totally, because it's just a
I
giant sand.
mean, yeah, like wheels. Hello, let's do this. Why is this not a thing, William? Come on.
He'll get more looks than
Pending,
the
patent
Amish.
pending. William's
All
taking
right.
it.
Patent pending, but you have to be with me, and we have to wear overalls at all times. And I have cowboy hats
Okay.
for everybody, and
All right.
overalls for everybody.
No, I don't want a cowboy hat. I want one of those straw hats that's frayed on the edges.
I have that too.
Okay.
I'm literally
I
like,
need that one.
do you want one with a bow in it? I have one with a bow. I have one without a bow.
I think I want the bow, and then I want a pair of Highland cow ears and some horns.
She's trying to just win points at this point.
I can do.
That's all you're trying to do, Shalom.
No,
You're trying to win points.
no. This is what I want. This is my demand for being, and then I want patches on my butt of my overalls made out of bandanas. Okay, write this down, William.
Oh, that's my job. Hold on,
okay.
she's coming.
She's going full hee-haw on you.
I really am. Why not lean right into it? Come on, you know, like, I mean, I really don't have the accent for it, but I have the attitude.
Hi, Tasha.
Hello, Tasha. Airboats
You
are
want Highland
amazing.
ears? Is that what you said?
What's that?
Shalom.
Yeah, I need the ears
Highland
and
ears?
the horns.
Ears and the horns.
Maybe even some bangs.
Okay. Highland
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
As long as we dress like Dexy and the Midnight Runners, I'm down.
Yes, we gotta roll it up. Gotta roll it up.
I just want to dress like Dexy and the Midnight. I have
And
that
we'll
outfit.
learn the dance. We'll learn the dance. Yep.
I'm ready. I am ready. I've been
You
waiting my
guys
whole
watch this,
life
Tasha?
for that one.
Does anybody play violin?
I do.
No.
Okay, you can do the violin.
And actually, because I
Aw.
started in the 3rd grade, that was like the 4th riff I ever learned.
Okay, this was meant to be. This was meant to be.
But keep in mind, it was the 80s, and that song was very, 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 very popular.
It was everywhere. There's a massive one-hit wonder. It is the number one-hit wonder of all time.
Tammy, and if we don't make a video of us doing this, it would never have happened.
Hey, everyone, look
No,
here.
nobody
Singing
ever
the same
believed
thing
it.
for the 4th time.
Yeah, she's saying the same thing for the 4th time.
Okay, but when we sing it, can we sing "Come On, Ali" instead of
Yes.
Eileen?
No, because we'll get sued. We'll get sued anyways because like he's really hardcore on that song.
Okay, I don't care.
Tasha,
There's nothing to take.
my twin over here saw my face when my computer went out. I was so distraught when my surgery. I was like, what am I gonna do? A man sitting in a room of sewing machines was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with my life? Where am I? So I get it. When you're having a bad sewing day, when the bobbin, when it's a not today bobbin kind of day, I understand.
Yeah. You can do it, Tasha. You can do it.
Cowbell.
I'm telling you, we're gonna have to bring Ollie too.
They're all over the internet because anytime I type in Highland Cow now, it says plushies because I was gonna make a thumbnail. Hey Candace, hello.
Hi, Candace.
Hi, Candace.
I'm
would
sorry,
also
my
help
voice just jumped.
if your thumbnail was a Highland cow.
Well,
I'm like, he does value our relationship.
I mean, I have the horns. I can just re-knit
You too.
The hat part. And
I'm down.
Yeah.
I just have "Come On, Eileen" stuck in my head with my hands behind my back doing the dance.
Do-do-do. Do, do,
That
do,
was
do,
totally in my head like 2 weeks ago.
do.
Pam, this is actually a really good idea because someone that I absolutely love and cherish bought me a bunch of stuff for my birthday, and she bought me my mother bought me a package of 50 bandanas.
Oh gosh.
But they're like teal and I wear them under my old, like I still wear my ratty cowboy hats at work because my newer one, I want to keep it newer, and it's a real Stetson.
Yeah.
It's a real and my other ones are like from, they're from Amazon. So long story short, I have every color bandana on Earth, every color bandana you could possibly think of. Great to see you, Candace. What type of overalls do you want? Pam is famous for overalls to the point where we call them Pameralls. Hashtag Pameralls. Look them up. She's all over the internet.
Pam, are you going to make overalls for us?
I
would totally buy some overalls off of you.
Oh, I've made. Well, Pam is a professional. I've
I
made.
just tell her my size.
Pam is an absolute professional. Last time I made overalls, I was like, "What am I doing wrong?" Do you know what's really funny? When I first started sewing, I had lightning in a bottle. There were certain things that I made. I was like, I'm gonna make overalls. I had no idea how to make them. I just grabbed stuff and just started sewing. And then when I tried, it was utter and complete failure. But when I wasn't trying, it was just nothing but success.
I wonder if I could I just take a pair of jeans that's too big and add a bib part to it and some straps?
Yes, that's how
They'd be mock overalls, but yeah.
That's how I started. Until I learned how to really make overalls.
No, they're cute though.
Overalls do not have a waistband.
Well, that can be taken out. I can take out the waistband because it doesn't need the front buttons, closure. I could just keep the, keep the zipper in though if I ever have to pee.
Yeah,
hello, we're not boys. That's what I was about to say, Shalom. We're not boys. We don't need that.
Hello, Deb. Oh, hold on. There we go.
Yeah. I apparently lost you.
It's okay. I have Spectrum. I understand.
That was actually my Spectrum internet that I'm using.
Yes, you can mail me your info. Absolutely. So Pam is saying yes. Pam's a professional.
Yeah. I will.
I have the perfect pair of jeans. They're too big, and I have to wear a belt with them. So if I made them into overalls, they'd be perfect. And they have holes in them all over the place. They're the most comfy pair of super old jeans that are too big now. They would be perfect.
I have 2 pairs of really old work overalls. I love those things. And I've purchased so many overalls from Sandy Thrift on the Nevada border. It's not even funny. That's why I'm always like, I have overalls for everybody. Because every time I go, I always spend way too much money. But I will be going to Vegas, and I'm going to review my life choices this year. I'm going to go eat some food, have fun. I'm going to go look for Elvis and Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah, because you're going to the quilt show next month, right?
I'll be there. Me and my jacket, which is it hanging? Oh, it is. Me and my jacket. Is it leaky dish?
Broken dish.
I just say that on purpose.
It's like wolf. Okay.
I can't believe 2 quilt shows in 1 year.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to wear my quilting jacket too. And I am copying someone's lovely either mother or grandmother. And you inspire me. Whoever you were, I ate biscuits and gravy and I thought about your jacket the entire time.
He just wants your brownies now too.
Don't even say the B word. Brownies are amazing. See, now I'm craving brownies.
You know what I need to have in my life? I need to get into my life for the first time. Southern banana pudding. Because I have never had it. It is not a Canadian thing. And I need it.
All right. For the first time, I will make you the most delicious homemade banana pudding you've ever had in your life?
Yes,
Just creamy,
please.
beautiful,
I'll
hot.
wash dishes. I will wash dishes and buy ingredients if
Yes.
you make me this banana
Oh, I
pudding.
will. And I'm not going to
Well.
make you a little
Okay.
one. I'm going to make you a
Okay.
big one. And I can
All
share.
right. Okay. I
Wait,
bet
you're
it's
talking.
even better the second day. I bet it's better for breakfast the morning after.
Girl.
Even.
Yeah.
Am I
can't
right?
even eat it. So it's good.
You know what? In my house, it's never made it to the second day.
I've never had it hot.
You never had hot banana pudding?
I have.
No, it's always been cold.
Oh, see,
You
that's not
serve it
banana
cold.
pudding. Mm-mm.
I to
That
be
is Southern
bougie.
banana
I
pudding.
to be bougie. I prefer it cold.
Oh.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
never
and I'll
had it
make you a
hot.
trade. I'll
Mm.
make you a Canadian banana thing with whipped cream. It's called Sex in a Pan. It is absolutely beautiful. It's like a graham cracker crust on the bottom,
Okay.
and then a layer of chocolate, and then you cut up your bananas and layer them over top, and then you put whipped cream over top of that, and you just let them do their alchemy in the fridge for a while, and it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid, and I bet you'll love it.
You had
That
me at
sounds
graham
delicious.
cracker crust. You didn't even have to go anywhere past that.
You know, okay, so basically this is going to be the huge diet buster marathon meetup.
I'm
I'll make,
disclaimer.
I'll
I'm
make
bad
homemade
for your
cheesecake
diet.
too. Do
I'm
you guys like
terrible.
cheesecake?
Obsessed. I'm bad for your diet. Like
I'll
I'm
make it.
obsessed with breakfast. Now I'm craving cheesecake. And yes,
Okay,
Alibaba,
okay.
I am substituting quilt shows for my unreal habit of spending money for sewing machines
So-
and
Okay, but okay, get this, Jess. Jess, are you ready? You
I'm
ready
ready.
for your mind to just blow up?
Okay.
Cheesecake brownies.
Oh, I could see that.
we eat those.
Yeah.
Brownie on the bottom, cheesecake on the top.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, brownies are my
Yep.
favorite. I want banana pudding. You now have a request for your banana pudding. Yay, Sydney, great to see you.
We're all going to have to get. Oh, if we all come to QuiltCon, I only live 45 minutes away.
That's to
Next
I
year.
can't go I can't go
When
next year.
when and where? When and where? You tell me.
I've
It's
never had
February
banana.
in Raleigh. And
It's February.
Really?
So this time next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny?
Yeah, count me in.
Even though I'm from the West Coast, I grew up in a house where like both of my parents cooked like they were from the South, and my mom was not from the South. She's from South Los Angeles. But, she was not,
Yeah.
but you know, like they would make biscuits from scratch. So I'm obsessed with banana pudding.
Okay. Do you always have black eyed peas on New Year's Day?
Not anymore.
Mm-mm.
But
The
you
people-
used to.
But the people who care aren't around. You know what's really funny? Like I just cooked red rice and beans like a month or two ago, and I hadn't had them in 4 or 5 years because I grew up eating them like every 3 days.
Yeah.
Our
I
New
couldn't-
Year's Day meal was prime rib,
So,
prime
Mom,
rib, Yorkshire pudding,
oh,
and proper beef gravy, and like the roasted, like English roasted potatoes. Oh my god, they're just ridiculous. It's almost like a French fry the size of a whole potato.
Oh, I love that. Now I'm craving French fries, pineapple. I just destroyed
Grilled
a pineapple
pineapple.
2
grilled
days ago.
pineapple.
Grilled
Obsessed.
pineapple,
Cinnamon on it.
absolutely way over,
Mm.
with with a scoop of ice cream on that, and maybe some caramel sauce.
I
You guys,
shish
what are you
kebab
doing?
whenever the weather gets better. I shish kebab. I make an icebox cake. What is icebox cake?
It's instead of it could be you could be doing a trifle, or it's you put layers and there's cake and whipped cream and all of that in there. But it's something that you store in the fridge.
All right, let me see. Oh. It's a
you ever
layered refrigerator dessert made with whipped cream, pudding, cookies, crackers, and other ingredients like fruit and nuts.
Yeah.
There's one called a zebra cake that is also ridiculous.
That's Little Debbie's.
What's that?
That's a little
No,
Debbie's. snack.
No. This one is like you buy those thin Mr. Christie's thin little chocolate wafers, Like I
You
used
can't
to
get
get my
this
kids
here.
to. I used to make this when I was a kid, and I used to get my kids to make it because it is a kid-friendly recipe. It's just whipped cream and those little chocolate cookies, and you make a bunch of sandwiches, and then you just line them up on a plate, like standing on end, and then cover it all with whipped cream, throw it in the fridge for 5 hours. And when you cut it on an angle, and you could see all the stripes of cookie cream, cookie cream, cookie cream. And for some reason, it is absolute mind-melting alchemy.
Do you know what,
Um,
Pam? I've never had Chick-fil-A. I've never had a Pop-Tart. I've never had a Pop-Tart. I've been around people that have had them. I've been in the same house as them. There's a whole list of stuff that would shock people that I've never had.
Well, I
I
think
didn't
Jess
eat
and I are gonna make you homemade Pop-Tarts.
I
think
didn't
that's
eat
me.
mayonnaise or soda until I was 25 years old.
I mean, Chick-fil-A is okay. I mean, but the chicken is delicious, I think personally, if I'm gonna go to any fast food chicken place. So you're gonna have to go someday. And believe
Never.
I know that they're around you.
There's
There's
I'll
one in
go
my
for
town.
I'll have Popeyes instead. Popeyes is darn good.
You know what's really funny? There's a Popeyes that's closer to me than Chick-fil-A, but Popeyes has completely and utterly lost their brains. And I apologize for anyone who has heard me say this 1,000 times. Their 8 pieces start at, I believe, $38 here in California.
What?
When I went with my son, I went and got food for my mother and my son. I spent like $60 or $70 at Popeyes last time, and I haven't been back. And it's good food. It's just not worth $70.
No.
Oh, Pam, I love this video. I'm watching it right now.
Pam
Yeah.
is
I
amazing.
saved it to my watch later so I can actually give it
Wow.
attention.
Pam is
That's what I
absolutely.
want. I want a pair of flowery overalls.
Pam's
Oh,
amazing.
I'll put my hair in pigtails and everything. I'll look so cute.
I told you, Pam's absolutely amazing. Layers of chocolate vanilla. I was obsessed with those as a child.
So
Yep.
Oh, excuse
while we're
me.
talking about those chocolate wafer cookies, I went looking for those for a dessert that I was making and could not find them anywhere. So I had to get a recipe to make those chocolate wafer cookies
Yep.
from scratch
Oh,
to be able
wow.
to make the recipe. And I did that.
Here
I still have that
always
recipe.
they always have them on the bottom rack in the grocery store, like down right at your feet.
Yeah.
So you never see them unless you know exactly where to look for them. But yeah.
No, we had none whatsoever, and we checked like 4 different stores looking
Hey,
for them.
Terry.
Hi,
Sorry.
Terry.
No, I've never had a Pop-Tart. My mom would wake up and make breakfast for us every morning until the day she lined us all up and literally quit. No, and you know what? As an adult, I understand why she did that. She was like, you guys don't appreciate me. I have other things to do. And she made me prove I could cook an egg. She literally went, she's like, you make your own breakfast from now on. I was the youngest, so I remember.
Yeah, she was probably tired by then.
After an army of kids, I don't blame her. No Chick-fil-A here, just Popeye. Popeyes is amazing. Yay! Hello, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
I don't think I have a Popeyes here.
Yeah, I have
Yay!
both.
I don't have a. I have to go to Cheyenne for Chick-fil-A.
Never been to Popeyes. Is it a regional thing or are they everywhere?
They're everywhere.
Never seen a Chick-fil-A. Never seen a Popeyes.
Well, actually, let me state that I've never seen them in the north.
Really?
Yeah,
The Popeyes.
on my traveling. Yeah, because Chick-fil-A's made it all the way up into upstate New York.
Mm-hmm.
So, because my mom's obsessed with it because it's a Southern thing. They have to say, "It's my pleasure."
I honestly like the fried chicken from the one locally owned supermarket around me better than any restaurant. I have said this a million times, and I know someone might unsubscribe or judge me for saying this. I love grocery store fried chicken. I will go to the deli by my house and get chicken in those giant
Rotisserie
potatoes.
chicken?
No, fried chicken, because they fry it right in front of you.
Yeah,
And-
exactly. It's fresh. Like there's some grocery stores that just have all that crap on point. It's so good.
So Mona is not a fan. And you know what's also Shalom? What they like, they're so smart. They will give you an entire French roll, and they'll make a sandwich for you for $10. So they have a longer line than the Subway that's across the street because
That makes sense.
You get a sandwich that's this. I'm not even kidding. It's ridiculous how much more value you get at the grocery store than
Yeah.
and it's affordable. And there was one time I bought one for Isaiah and I. We cut it in 4 pieces. He had one. The next day, I was still chomping on that thing. Oh, now I'm craving a giant sandwich.
Mm.
You know, there's something. You know, it's so funny. Gas station sandwiches. You know, with the crappy cheese and the crappy. Sometimes I crave one of those so hard.
Mm.
And then I open it up and I put potato chips in it.
Ooh, interesting.
My youngest does that.
Judy is
I've
not.
never understood it.
Oh, it's completely a 7-year-old thing to do. Absolutely.
Do you know what? There was something in my adult life. Someone introduced something to me that I had never done, which I thought was amazing. Was dipping French fries in a Wendy's Frosty.
You had never been exposed to that.
I was 30. I want to say 38.
Okay. I was probably doing that at like 4, really. that was the way to eat Wendy's fries.
Separate my plate. I'm like a hockey goalie with my fork. I'm separating all my food.
Thank you, Terry, for watching my video. I appreciate it.
Great to see you, Terry.
But no, when I worked at Mickey D's, we used to get vanilla shakes and French fries, and I get them every once in a while. Not very often, but
The better ones were the Wendy's Frosties. But Wendy's doesn't put enough salt on their fries. So you're basically dipping potato in ice cream.
yeah.
I totally agree with you. As a Sultan, as somebody who's a Butterton, who's obsessed with salt, yeah, I totally agree with you. I've told the story a gajillion times. My son and I, we get separate chickens because we're terrible at shit. We will sit across the table and look at each other as we're eating our chicken. No side, just the chicken, and we're just sitting there.
Yeah, you're probably eating it Viking style.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. I can appreciate that. What the hell? Why waste a fork?
Oh man, as a parent, like I used to look up recipes. I ran through everything you could possibly cook, and one day I was like, let's just be Vikings, man. So I started making things you could eat with your hands, like sloppy joes. I started getting those giant chickens. You know, I have at it, kid. Rip it off, and I know the Heimlich.
Yep, absolutely. And then you put it all like on the top of an unfolded paper bag, like one of those little lunch bags, and then you eliminate the plate. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So Kilroy, I think it's really just a sweet and salty thing. Yeah, that's what people like. Sweet and salty. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree. Maybe I'll try it again. It was one of those things. It's kind of like when everybody was getting fights over the Popeye chicken. Here in the United States of America, people were scrapping in Popeyes. I'm not kidding you. Like a year.
I remember that.
I went with me and my family went there, and I'll never forget. I looked at my pops, and he looked at me, and he was like, "These are good, but these aren't worth fighting anybody over."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they're good. I've ordered one chicken sandwich from Popeyes in my whole career of going there because I just ordered chicken. It's not even that serious.
Yeah, I really think. See, and I judge the oil situation too. Like, if that oil's old and I can taste it on there, that's the type of experience I have at Popeyes.
Nothing worse than having that old oil taste. It's just it's rancid.
So you do that once to me, I'll never go back and eat it. It's stuck in my brain forever.
I haven't had good luck at Popeyes. It's always been too much breading and too little meat.
Mm.
So it's definitely Chick-fil-A for us. Huh?
Y'all got Bojangles?
Not up here. I would much rather have Bojangles too, but we don't have it here.
I know. Go ahead. He's going to say something smart because he did the last time I said Bojangles. Oh, sorry. Let me call it Bojangles. We say Bojangles, right?
No, I'm not going to. No.
There's a story coming on.
Man, I'm from the West Coast. You say Bojangles, I
I
think
know.
of Edward
Oh.
Bojangles and Charles Rantan.
You,
And those are not, just
the chicken strips are really
It is
good.
kind of like how
It's a restaurant chain. Just leave it at that.
Bargello sounds like something you order at a restaurant,
Yeah.
and Tula Pink sounds like that your friend who's a stripper. Like,
So
invite
apparently,
Tula. Let's bring Tula over.
so I got a
This is the
Bargello.
first
I
time
got
I've
Tula
heard
in
that
here,
one
and I
from
have
you,
Bojangles. So I'm like,
I wrote it down, Tammy, because the second you said it a half an hour ago, I was like, this is gold. This is just gold.
William, that is exactly my reaction when my brother and sister-in-law told me they were going to name their daughter Lola.
Oh no, Lola.
Yeah.
Oh no. You better hope no one has Google.
Thing is,
Everybody
the funny
has
thing is
Google.
now, like she's
know.
15 now, and it suits her. It's always suited her, and I never.
Yes.
But the youngest child, her name is Pixie.
they got the best
Shit you
biscuits.
not. Pixie is the second daughter.
Bargello
I
sounds
visit
like
the pimp at least once a week.
I live in a place where people name
Louisiana.
their, there's some crazy names here. Crazy names. I don't judge people, but like when you name your kid Mountain, I actually knew someone whose name was Mountain. Sky. Do you know how many Skies that I know that their
My
real
cousin's
name?
Guy.
That's
There's another
crazy.
one. It's because her dad's a pilot. So.
Oh, that's just that. And I'm not judging people. I'm not judging. I literally have a title of a Spanish conquistador. In no way, shape, or form am I judging people. My name is a title. I get it.
Oh.
Some of these names, like Leaky Dish, or I'm sorry, see, now I'm saying it wrong on purpose. Broken Dish. I died when you said that. I was like, oh, that's good. That is just gold. And now I've been going through my book. Does this make me an official quilter?
You went through your book? You didn't tell me you're going through your book.
I've just been perusing. I'm looking for ideas,
Mm.
And those people back in the 1800s, they went crazy with triangles.
You should play a spin the wheel game, and then you have to do the one that's on that page.
I was thinking about doing that too. I am the king of this one. This one right here.
Yeah.
That's actually how I ended up moving to Portland.
Oh.
Well, I threw a dart, but I didn't want to live anywhere where it snowed, so that completely excluded the entire Northeast. So I took my dart back and I was like, West Coast, and it landed on Portland.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Let's see what else. So I've been pulling out all of my cotton fabrics because I'm gonna make a quilt.
Yay!
I've been pulling all of my actually quilt worthy material, and I haven't done. I just have to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are inspiring me. The quilting community is inspiring me.
Yeah. I just don't know what to say right now. I'm speechless. You're getting all your quilt stuff out.
We knew this conversion would happen eventually. This is what happens with immersion. You send someone to Mexico, 6 months later, they're speaking Spanish.
Hey, apparently I'm speaking Portugal today. So I get it.
I saw that.
I'm pretty good at Google Translate.
So, hold on. Okay, because recently I've been getting someone too, and I'm not even trying to shame this person, but hold on, where is it?
Are you the same person that I had earlier?
No, this is in English. Hello, dear. My so-called life. I hope you are well. I visited a YouTube channel, but your channel is not growing because your content and title description are not SEO friendly and do not have enough rank tags. This is why there's no content coming to to the top of YouTube. As a result, your video SEO score is very low. According to VidQ, your channel's video's SEE score is 0. If you want, I can make crazy, bro.
Oh, you got an email.
Nobody. He said this is on my. These are comments. This guy.
So SEO is standing for search engine optimization.
Oof.
So basically, I've gotten a lot of those in email.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same here.
They're basically trying to get you to market with them so that they can get money for marketing you. So yeah, it's a pyramid kind of thing.
I don't play 3-card money. I don't answer crazy emails, so you don't have to worry about me. That is the second time they've made a comment like that. The last time it was shorter. And then I made the mistake of liking it because when people troll me, like there was someone who was like, you're lame. I'm like, thank you.
I say the same thing.
Somebody was like, you're a clown. I said, thank you so much, with a clown face. Like, what am I gonna do? I don't get offended from people, from people I don't know,
Yeah.
If Judy said something like that, I would cry.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, like, when people send me but that's been happening. And part of me thinks that it's a robot. I think it's a robot. I think
it's not, but it is definitely they're fishing, trying to get anybody to take the bait.
Absolutely. You know what? I do have a list now, and I'm starting with things that I can actually do. I'm starting with that's why I'm looking at the earlier quilts, and people went crazy. And if you think about it, a lot of these people did a lot of these quilts without sewing machines.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of different blocks on my channel if you ever need inspiration.
I've watched your channel. And all of you inspire me. And but you know what got me is that this person said, hello, dear. I am not buddy, guy, dude, bro. My name is William. And especially my name is certainly not deer. I may look like a deer in the headlights sometimes, but I forget what I said 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But it's that's one of the fun comments. I don't even consider that person a troll. These people just want a piece of the action. They do. They absolutely do. Do you know what the problem is, Judy? Is last time I made the mistake of liking their comment, because anytime anyone says anything negative to me, I'll like send them a kissy face. I'll tell them like, hey, you need a hug, bro. Like, you just need a hug.
They don't play by the same rules. That's all it is.
I think also because I started YouTube later in life, I don't look at it. I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird. I don't know. I just look at it a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
And, I want to thank you, Twin, so much I was such a baby yesterday because I was in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
I broke my toe sleepwalking.
Oh, no. Are you in the boot?
No, I broke my middle actual toe.
Did you tape it? Have you taped it yet?
No, I have. I called a professional and they were like, do you need me to tell you to tape it, or have you taped it yet?
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, that's one of the things that, or well, maybe fortunately, because you guys have insurance stuff, but like you don't even need to go to a doctor for a broken toe, because all they're going to do is tape your 3 toes together, or as many toes that are next to it. And that is it. That is all that they can do. And then tell you to take some painkillers.
Oh, that drives me crazy when people do that, Kilroy. And I was in denial all day because I woke up and I'm like, my foot's in pain. I'm in chronic pain all the time. I just ignore it and move on with my life.
Okay, so then I said, Get off your sock and look at it. Like he hadn't even looked at it yet.
No, I hadn't. I had.
And so he finally looked at it. He goes, "Oh," and then he said a choice word.
Yeah,
It is black.
They're ugly. Yeah,
It was
they're
purple.
ugly.
It
was
was purple.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it's like tape it up. And every
Okay.
time he moved, he's like, "Ow." But
You're not supposed to be wearing my favorite color. Not like that.
Yeah, I'm not.
That is not the way. That's not the way we adorn ourselves with purple.
Oh, because and then when I put my boots on at certain times, because my boots are tight, it like I wouldn't feel it at certain times. But when I would make certain maneuvers, it would hurt. It would hurt. And I was in denial, and it wasn't until my twin was like, "Take your sock off," and I was like, because I wasn't expecting it to actually be broken. And I looked and I'm like, "Oh, you're purple, dude. You're." So yes, my middle toe is broken. It's broken.
he doesn't know how he did it. Like that's the scary part. Like
It's
how do
because
you
I
not know?
sleepy. It's because I sleepwalk.
Yeah, but still, like I'm surprised that didn't wake you up when you stubbed your toe.
No. Oh no. Oh no. And I like I told you, like when I lay in bed, I will sit there and calculate my bladder. I'm like, how like especially when you get the optimal temperature when you're perfect, I will be in denial. I will sit there and be like, all right, fine, I gotta go. Then I'll get up and run and then come. I'm such a baby about the temperature of my bed. I will get out of my bed and put my sheets back to keep the warmth underneath.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, I shattered my big toe 3 years ago, and I was in the boot for almost a year. Do you know what's funny? I don't know if anyone remembers. A year ago, I was wearing a brace for my hand because I broke my hand. Old age is not treating me well.
No, it's not the old age. It's the inanimate objects that you keep finding and you keep, hurting them
I was
with your body
indestructible.
parts.
When I was younger, though, I was indestructible. And in my old age, I broke. I think I have an oak coffee table in my living room, and I do wander in there and eat food. I'll wake up sometimes in there with a pack of Oreos on the coffee table.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello, Sylvia. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Sylvia. How are you doing tonight?
And monitor those toes to make sure they don't get infected.
Yes, please. Because especially if you cut off blood flow,
Oh,
the way
Terry.
you tape it.
I couldn't imagine that.
Sewing table fell on it. Oh, I would scream.
That one might have woken him up.
I would
If it had
scream.
been
I
the
don't think
sewing
so.
table.
It sounds like he doesn't wake up to anything.
He would have thought about the sewing machine though.
My
Like that would have
son-
consciously thought in his brain.
I will tell you though, like I would have never, I would never woke up my parents. My son is fearless. He wakes me up. He's told me we've had whole conversations, and I'm like, I don't remember any of it, and I don't feel any promises that Dream Williams said at all in any way, shape, or form. Oh,
I have cameras set up so that now if my husband gets up in the middle of the night, because he's starting to sleepwalk. If he gets up in the middle of the night, there's video proof that he got up, because he's like waking up in the morning. Where did this bowl come from? Where did this come from? Like, you got up and got it. I don't remember that. I think you're lying.
Tomorrow I will, Sylvia.
I think I busted my toe
that
when I
important.
kicked a computer. It never turned colors, but it's the pain, Kilroy. It's the pain. Like I have this weird measure of pain of if it's still there 10 hours later, it's broken. Like if the pain is consistent, there's a problem. Oh, did you do a snow angel?
No, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I've told everyone to stay out of the front yard. So we'll do it tomorrow. It'll be fun. There's enough snow out there.
This is like the title of my next album, Funny but Not Safe. I do. I sleep eat, and I walk around my house eating. I told my mom today, and she died of laughter, because I don't think I've ever told her more than once. I go to the mirror and I look in the morning and there's a cookie stuck to my shirt because I fell asleep on it. And I get up and I'm like, oh, I'm a mess. And I'm like, it's always some Groucho Marx stuff. Like, oh my goodness, what is wrong with you, sir? What is wrong with you?
Oh.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. Just finished my cold top and now I'm eating a cookie.
Oh.
You know what get me lately is my son. He like I'm in ice cream denial. When we go to the grocery store, he'll get ice cream sandwiches or he'll buy a whole box. So I'm like, I'm not gonna eat one. 10 minutes later, I'm in here eating one. Hoping no one sees me.
Hi, Sheila.
Hey Sheila, hello. The bone was shattered, lost the nail. I lost my thumbnail one time at a gym when I was in my 20s. I had 2 dumbbells in my hand. And of course it was because there was a very attractive woman that walked by. I started doing the like, and I went boom, and I knocked my nail off of my thumb.
Oh,
I put it between.
Ow.
Yes, I was 20. I will never forget that until the day.
Did she come say, you need something? Do you
No,
want
I
me to help you?"
screamed like a baby. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed for him."
Yeah.
I was like,
I was about to say, did you get the date?
I screamed like Wile E. Coyote was thrown off a cliff.
Oh.
I screamed.
Rain on this. Ouch.
We have rain and ice today. I am so sorry. It was 75 degrees again today.
Mm.
At the height, it was 69 earlier. Oh, cookie witches are amazing. I got so bad, I would make them from scratch. I would make the cookies and then I would put ice cream on them. Like, that's how crazy I am with the cookie sandwich. That is bad. Now that I'm hungry for an ice cream sandwich,
Oatmeal
upset.
cookies.
I'm upset. Or like one day I told my son, I was like, hey man, you ever had a Klondike bar? And he's like, I don't remember. I was like, get some. And he almost ate all of them. I got like 1 or 2 out of that.
Did he get the original ones? Because there are so many different flavors now.
No, like I know you're gonna laugh at me, but in California everything's illegal, so we get the like we don't like all those chips that like you guys have, all the Mountain Dews. There is only Mountain Dew sold here. All that Surge, all that other stuff does not get sold here at all.
Wow. So when Isaiah finally leaves California and he goes somewhere else, he's going to be so overwhelmed with all the choices, going, where has this been all my life?
Well, like when he was younger, we went to all these exotic places. But in his in his adult life, in his teenage years, he's gone out of the state. He constantly brings up the price of gas because in Arizona, gas is $2.45, $3. It's still $5 here.
Yeah.
You know, he even said that the other day when he saw how much I paid for gas, and he was like, "Oh my gosh! I lost my thumbnail in the hinge of a phone booth door." Oh.
No.
Oh, Tasha, never heard of it. Obsessed. They sell those things here. Well, I live in California. If you ever by a Brian Dairy. We also had this place called Altadena, which I was shocked when I found out it was an actual town. But it was like a drive-up dairy, and they would sell all kinds of crazy ice cream stuff. I was thinking about it today. You know, now that we're talking about my foot, every time I maneuver, it hurts.
Are you
Well,
wearing shoes?
No, I had to take them off because, I think my medication was running out.
Mm.
probably also need to have that foot elevated to keep the swelling down.
I did last night. I'm total princess in the pea, but I sleep with 100 pillows. So last night I just jammed a bunch under my foot and hoped for the best. But because it's at the very tip of my foot, anything, even the wind brushes it, I feel it now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You
There's so
will
much-
until it's healed.
There's so much snow here. The weight is compacting the height down on the drifts. That's crazy.
Wow.
I couldn't imagine. Like I said, I've only been to one place where it was heavy snow. Thank you, Saskatoon, Canada. I have that. That was the only time I've ever seen snow that was over my head.
Hmm.
And it probably stayed. Have you ever been in a snowstorm, like a movie style snowstorm?
Yes.
I've only seen the aftermath, and I know that's
Or it's like with the whiteouts and you can't see like 3 feet in front of you. Yes.
yes.
Yes. I've driven in those.
The fun ones are when you're driving and then it suddenly pops up on you. And you go from you can see the road for like 2 miles ahead to you can't see the end of the front of your car.
Yeah, and it's worse than fog. It's
I was
horrible.
Yeah.
You see, twin, you can't do that. Now you're doing that twin thing where you're saying what I was thinking.
Oh,
I
okay.
drove from my house to Stockton, California in pure fog. I'm not kidding you. It was like time elapsed. A 3.5, almost 4 hour trip didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
And I know that's
God,
more of the effect of me not seeing anything but the road. There was fog the entire drive there.
I
It
would
was
take fog any day over whiteout snow, but
Yeah, me too.
I'm likely going to get whiteout snow before I get fog.
I have winter camped in whiteout. Oh my gosh. You know what? YouTube, if you are listening to me, I watched one video of this guy who created a hobbity house out in the middle of Alaska, and now I'm getting nothing but bushcraft videos. You've destroyed my algorithm yet again.
Well,
Yet again.
maybe it's trying to tell you something.
I watched one. I just want a hobbity house, really.
One. Just one. Sure, one. You
One
didn't
is
fall
the
asleep
loneliest
and continue
number.
watching them. One.
One is the loneliest number.
Oh,
Yeah.
now that song is cemented. One is the
Is
lone.
the number that you love.
I lived on a dairy farm.
Me? I'm
We
good.
made ice cream if we had too much milk. We also had peach trees. It's a combo.
Oh, girl. Peach
You know what's
ice
funny
cream.
though? I have a question though. Sylvia, do you eat peaches now? Because I grew up in a house with an apricot tree, and I will never eat an apricot again till. You know what's funny? I'll eat apricot jam, but I will never eat an apricot again.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up near peach groves. And I will eat peaches still. But the Colorado peaches are not like the ones I grew up with.
When my brother was 20 and I was 8, he took me car shopping in a literal blizzard on foot. He had me walk backwards facing him, block the blistering wind. I'll never forget it. That is wow.
That's desperate.
Just so funny. Let me see here. Just has
Yeah.
new sewing machine channel, William Sewing Food channel.
Well, earlier today when I was doing my live, I was a meteorologist for a little bit. So
You know, I've been doing a lot of my sewing Mickey Mouse Apprentice style. My sleeping habits have completely changed, so I'm up all night. My circadian clock has completely flipped. I'm mad at it. But there's nothing I can do, really.
mhm. Well, I
What
mean, you work third shift, so
but I used to be functioning during the day, and now my hours, like right now, this is my morning. I feel myself waking up,
yeah.
you know, which is not a good thing. There are some things I want to be normal. I want to function during business hours.
I would have helped her, Terry.
When we got home, my mom wanted to do.
We'll
Oh,
get you back on your sleep schedule soon. We'll figure it out.
yeah.
Well, everyone will have
I
to tell
can.
them.
It is. It's not to the point where though it's affecting work or my life or anything.
Yeah.
But like I've noticed, like I let my son stay up later, but he's becoming a vampire now.
Yeah. It's not
Well,
even summer.
teenagers are natural vampires.
I remember I watch like because I've been watching a lot of like Karsten old Letterman episodes will pop up and I'm like, oh, I remember Grinder Girl in 1995 or like and it's I'm like, oh, because I was I would stay up and watch that stuff.
When
Hey,
you hit your
Cheeky.
teens.
Hello.
Hi, Cheeky.
Yay.
Hi, Amber. How are you doing?
I don't have a clock. When it happens, it happens. I'm tired all the time.
Me too, girl. I just live that way.
I tried to do no coffee, but I feel like I'll spontaneously bust into flames. I drink a pot and a half every day, the equivalent of.
Would you get caffeine migraines if you were to stop?
That's step one. I get more like I don't know because like I have a picture. I quit drinking coffee for 10 days one time, and I have a picture, and Isaiah was up to my hip.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the last time I quit drinking coffee. However long ago where he was as tall as my hip. That's what, second grade, third grade, like.
I rely on coffee to keep my intestinal stuff working. I quit coffee when I was pregnant with my first daughter.
Yeah.
And things stopped happening. And I went to my midwife and I said, help, it stops. And she's like, drink coffee. 1 cup a day at least, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. It's so funny. And I've been drinking it since I was a little kid. So it doesn't do anything to me, but I don't sleep. So I sometimes I think because I've been drinking it since I was like 6 or 7, someone gave my parents crazy advice. They said if you have an asthmatic child, give them coffee. But what they didn't finish that sentence is in an emergency situation. My dad was like, I have a drinking buddy. So I was my dad's drinking buddy from like 7 years old on.
Yeah.
We'd get up and drink coffee. And because
I really enjoyed your live today.
Absolutely. Everybody, please go check out the Cheeky Quilter. I absolutely love your energy.
Yes.
And
he's down in Louisiana too.
And I'm not kidding you because I've been there. The fact that it was snowing there, like that video, I was like, oh,
yeah,
snowing in Louisiana. I'd be the one guy out there like, I have skates and sticks. Come on, let's go.
And her and her mom like own a shop, and she does some amazing things on her channel. Absolutely. I really enjoy watching her.
I need caffeine as well. I used to do that just as up late, sleep a few hours, get up for work. Most of the late nights, I slept about 4 hours.
That's a little bit more than I'm getting, girl, but yeah.
I have clocks, but they all have different times on them. One shows right time. Do you know?
Hi, Dad. Sorry.
Hey, Ed, no, I did that. Okay, I did that a long time ago where I put one clock ahead 10 minutes, and it improved my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I was always like, hey, I'm on time, and I'm even extra on time. Like, so I would recommend that. But you have to forget that it's 10 minutes ahead because you'll have it in your head. Helps me with
and then you'll sleep in or do exactly.
Well, a lot of the one component about sleeping we never talk about is the mental component.
Mm-hmm.
So if your mind is racing, you're not going to sleep.
Nope. I'm going to drop her channel. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yay. Hello, Ed. Hello. Great to see you. A lot of snow.
It was.
Yeah, I just joined your live like 35 seconds after you ended it tonight. I do that all the time, Tasha. I do that all the time. Or I'll lurk, and as they're like saying something, I'm like, oh no, I need to say something because they're leaving. I drink massive caffeine. Mountain Dew. Do you know they stopped? I know everything's illegal in California. We need to bring that back.
Oh, everything's legal in California.
You really can't find Mountain Dew. That's like trying to find a Pepsi in the state of Georgia. I'll challenge
you can find Pepsi in Georgia.
I know. I know, but it's like it's one of those jokes.
Yeah.
Actually, there was someone I know that would always say that, like, go try to find a Pepsi. If your child has ADHD, let them have a cup. Can't find Mountain Dew. That's like trying to find a Pepsi in the state of Georgia. I'll
Well,
challenge.
you can find Pepsi in Georgia.
I know, but it's like it's one of those
Oh
jokes.
no.
Where somebody's replaying.
Yeah, it was me. It was an accident. Sorry.
No, it's crazy when I hear my own voice. I don't know that guy. I don't know that guy. My voice has not changed since I was like 14 or 15.
I don't recognize my own voice either, William.
All I want to do is drop a
It's
link.
weird.
Oh, I forgot to pause my
It's
game.
strange when you hear yourself. Like when I go back and watch the live streams, and I know I sound like that, but it's crazy when you go back and you hear yourself. Because I've had this same voice since I was a teenager. Oh, I tried working nights. It's not good for me. I'm a vampire. I am truly convinced, Sylvia, that I'm a vampire. I've always existed in that midnight life, that like 3 a.m. world. Yay. I tried that and I just wound up subtracting 10 minutes. See, that's what you can't do, Kilroy. You gotta forget that you set your clock like that. Yay.
Just put a slow battery in one of your clocks and it will absolutely help you be late to everything. And you won't know it.
Pepsi is so gross. Louisiana is a Coke state. Can confirm I've been there. Can confirm. And as somebody who drinks Pepsi, I'll drink a Coke. If I'm not picky like that.
I need some advice.
Okay.
Yeah, I need all the smart people to help me out with this. Okay, like those self-healing cutting mats that everybody has, right?
Yeah.
I got one from my mom, and it's the biggest one in my house right now. But it's all rumpled on the end because it got left standing up or something, and it's got like this wave in it at the end of it.
Yeah.
And I've tried soaking it in warm water in my bathtub and then putting it on the floor and putting weights on it, but that didn't work. What is the next science experiment I can try to save this thing?
What I would personally try would be a hairdryer on low heat. Not a heat gun, but an actual hairdryer. And then just slowly heat the section that's warped enough until you can move it with your hands to reshape it before you put weight on it to hold it to cool.
I have a heating fan that would work in the same way, and I can actually turn it up and down as far as the heat goes.
The main reason I say a hairdryer is because you might have a little bit more control than you might have with the heater.
This is like just a little tiny box fan that I got at Walmart for $20. It's like it is essentially like a big hairdryer. It's just got a larger amount of air push that it has instead of like the little.
Ollie's saying weight and time.
Weight and time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll put my sewing machine on top of it.
Yeah. How long did you have the weight on it before?
Just a couple of days. Like I have it like underneath my kitchen table right now, just because that is like the flattest surface it could sit on in my house and just be undisturbed. I just pushed it right to the way back of my kitchen table.
Yeah, I would do just enough heat to warm it up, just a little bit above room temperature. You're not looking to melt it.
I don't want to melt it. No.
Yeah,
that's why I used warm water in the bathtub, and I thought that would kind of help to soften it a bit.
It might have, but it
didn't do anything.
If it's dried out a lot, then that's just the water's just refreshing it. It's not going to help fix it.
Tasha just put in a good one. She said her dad used to have her stick stuff between the mattress and the box springs to flatten it. And that's a really good
Oh.
place that you could put it. And
Mhm.
I would expect it to take possibly a week
Okay.
to flatten out, maybe.
Yeah, well, those are some really good ideas to give it a try. I will do
So yeah,
that.
just take one of the like really inexpensive cutting mats that you have. If you need to test your heat level.
Mhm. I unfortunately, I have 3 cutting mats, and 2 of them are perfectly flat, and one of them just is not, and it's the biggest, best one, and I know my mom spent a fortune on it,
Okay,
like
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, just do as much time as possible
Mhm.
to flatten it out.
I can't
Okay.
find my bricks, but I bondoed 3 bricks together, and I used them to shake cowboy hats.
Ooh, that's a good idea too.
And I know not everybody has bondos and bricks laying around like I do.
No, no, they don't. So William, what I didn't tell you earlier is I came home with a machine today.
What kind of machine? What kind of machine? What kind of machines you get?
It's a Bernina. I don't know what model it is. For my best guess, it's probably a 530, but I'm gonna have to look at the serial number to find out. And if my guess is right, it's from like 1954 to 1963.
Oh,
I don't have all the accessories or any of that with it, but it was a freebie. I did not spend a dime on it.
So what you're telling me is that it weighs like 75 pounds without telling me it weighs. Is it heavy?
It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy. I did not bring it in because I didn't have the wagon downstairs to load it up from the car.
Those old ones are
So
anchors. Those are
they
boat
are.
anchors. Oh,
Um,
that's awesome.
so we don't know. We don't know, anything about it other than the fact that it exists.
Oh, that's exciting. I love new sewing machine news. It's been a while since that's anyone's given me a report. I've given myself a report lately.
See, you needed that. That takes your mind off of other things.
I'm gonna do a video of my dressmaker. I just have to get off my duff and do it. But life gets in the way sometimes.
I don't even know if it says a zigzag, guys. That's how much I know about the machine that I picked up. It was either coming home with me or it was going to a thrift store.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. So you rescued it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ollie, when I looked it up, because he says the 530 record would have that right on the front, couldn't miss it. There's 2 530s. There's a 530, and then there's a 530-2. The 530-2 does have it on the front. The 530 doesn't. That's why I think that's what it might be.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. When you buy a sewing machine like that, you're continuing the legacy because you're bringing something back to life.
I'm definitely going to bring it back to life if I can. I don't even know if it runs.
Oh, just send me a link. I'll send you a link. I will walk you through it, the pain-free way of how to get it going. Just make sure you have some oil ready and a screwdriver. And you're ready to go.
So I accidentally pulled the cover off the top and you can see down into the machine.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's one of those machines. So I've taken those apart before.
Those are the easiest to fix as well because you can put the oil at every joint, every pivot, everywhere.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting.
Oh, and it's such a good feeling when you has it been fired up in a while?
I have no idea. The lady who gave it to me, she had no idea. It's yeah. We don't know. There was a layer of dust and dirt on it that me carrying it out to the car did not disturb. Because I went out I'm looking at it, trying to figure out which model it is, maybe see if there was information on it. And I was like, what in the heck is all this? So went to move it and it was all dirt and
and dust.
Oh,
Like, oh,
I love that. I love that. That means it hasn't been sitting. That means it's been sitting there for a while.
yeah.
First thing you have to
Untouched.
do is
Yes, please.
air it out. I'm loving new music. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm asking a lot of questions. It's been a while. It's been, 50-something days, but I've made it.
He's
I've
living
made
vicariously through me. I did not buy it, so therefore he still has no permission to go buy it.
it.
He has no permission to go buy.
No, I'm gonna, between the fabric I own and the fact that I am sitting on hundreds and hundreds of sewing machines, as far as sewing machines go, I probably won't buy one this year unless I see an industrial or something I really want. But fabric, eventually I'm gonna cave. But I'm just gonna see how long I go without buying fabric, because I do obsessively buy fabric, as you can see with my oopsie pile, and that's just one pile that you can see. That is just the pile that you can see. It's sad in here.
William, you just without knowing it did the sign for bear in sign language.
Oh, really?
When you crossed your arms and scratched your shoulders, that is the sign for bear. Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Weird reference that you just triggered in my brain. I took a sign language course when I was younger because I had a friend who was deaf, and her mom taught the sign language courses. So you just reminded me.
I took a sign language course probably 26 years ago and remember nothing. Like, yeah, I remember. But I never had to use it in everyday life. Like there was one person, but they like, I don't know. I just never had to use it.
Oh, good night,
Good night,
Judy.
Judy.
Have
Good
a
night,
great
Good night,
night, Judy.
Amber.
Thank you so much for stopping by, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yes, have a great night.
It's like Spanish. When I lived in Portland, I would speak Spanish every day. And when I moved back here, I didn't necessarily speak it every day. I almost lost it.
Mm.
But now I'm back to speaking it every day. So it's there. Oh, now I'm craving those Reese's eggs.
Stop. No, don't do it.
Too
Sit
much
down.
temptation. There's too much temptation in this room.
French is the same for me. Like I get rusty, and then I get reintroduced in it, and then I start dreaming in French, and that's when I know that it's back.
For me, it's when I'm thinking in Spanish. That's when I know I'm all cylinders are firing. The worst machines are my favorite machines. Absolutely, the ones that are hard to get back together are mine.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I love the idea of teaching signs to dogs, Rita. I really do. I taught my kids baby sign when they were really little.
Yeah.
Because before they were old enough to speak, they could sign, and it meant that they were less frustrated and they spent less time screaming and crying, and it was really great for them to be able to communicate what it was that they wanted or needed, and say that they wanted more of something, or that they wanted a bottle, or they wanted juice or water or whatever. It
I did
was
the
really
same thing
nice.
with kids. Yeah.
It's great, isn't it? It's really empowering to them, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
go
so
ahead.
my dog knows. My dog doesn't know traditional sign language, but I do have some signs I use with him because although he's not deaf, sometimes I go mute. So when I can't talk, then he can. You're opening candy.
No.
You're evil. He's already opened
This
it.
is like an old burlesque show. But da 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 da.
Oh.
There's context.
And these
Yeah.
are 10 times bigger than the other ones, because I bought what I thought, like, these are the real ones. These are 2 bites. The other ones I was just like, I ate the whole bag. And I just went to the store like less than 2 days ago. I'm almost done with 2 different packages.
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Kilroy knows one sign. My husband is at the store getting me fabric. He goes, those Reese's eggs are amazing, Rita. They're amazing. I can't stop eating these things. They're
Do you
about
know
to.
the one passage candy that I have to eat every Easter is one of those Cadbury eggs. I only eat one, but I have to eat one.
As a sugar-aholic, I love those things because it's just all sugar.
It is all sugar.
One day my teeth are gonna rot out, and it won't be from smoking. It's gonna be from my obsessive sugar habit.
Keep brushing them.
I do.
Yeah. Mm.
All 18
Good,
of them.
isn't it? It's delicious, isn't it?
And he wasn't paying attention.
No, he is.
Oh, I'm paying attention. Oh man.
Do you guys have Quality Street chocolates in the States?
No.
I've never heard of him.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Katie.
Those are my huge ultimate weakness. I believe they're made in England, so I guess that explains why we have them here. And you do not, but oh my god, they're so good.
I remember saying I can't eat the Cadbury eggs. Yeah. I can only eat one.
So sweet. And every time I think about them, I think about the commercial from when we were little with the lion dressed up with the bunny ears.
Mm-hmm.
Pretending
They still play it.
Yeah.
They still that commercials on every year. Matter of fact, it is not the holidays unless that and the Hershey the Hershey bells.
Yeah.
Oh, Katie snuck in. Hi, Katie.
Hey, Katie. Hello. I'm slow on the chat this evening because I'm eating these just terrible egg. God, these are
How many have you had now? Since we've been sitting here?
2 more and I'm done with the entire package.
I have so many sewing notions and so many Quality Street tins.
Yeah.
So we don't do we may not have Quality Street. We have Royal Dansk. The cookies.
Dang, it's cold.
Yeah, those butter cookies. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I might have one of those tins as well.
Obsessed. I'm obsessed with those cookies.
So my husband bought some off-brand. I have no idea what brand he bought. He bought some off-brand. He bought like 2 tins of them because he's like, I'll buy these for her because she'll eat them. They're butter cookies, all of that. I did not touch them. He finally gave up and he's like, I got you some cookies. I'm like, okay. He's like, I actually bought the right ones for you this time because I saw that you weren't eating the other ones. Like, at least he learned.
Oh, that's hilarious.
There's no substitute for the name brand on those cookies.
I don't discriminate at all. That's why I missed the 99 at all. Like a few restaurants here, they'd sell almond cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they used to sell them at the 99. I didn't care. They were a little bit older. I didn't care. They tasted great. But I have a sweet tooth. And Alibaba is right. Eventually, one day, my sweet tooth is going to fall out. Do you know what's funny, Rita? I didn't start eating candy until I was like 41 years old or something crazy. Like as much as that you see me eat now. One day I was like, I'm going to try to destroy my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's interesting. Like, you didn't have soda until you're in your 20s. It's just like, and now candy not until you're like in your 40s. Even with Isaiah doing trick or treating, you just never took any of his candy when he was little.
You need to do candy tax. Excuse me. Do you not do candy tax?
Oh yeah.
No, my ex-wife would do that.
I mean, it's
we
important.
hang out. We still hang out. Like now that he's older, he goes off. But when he was younger, we would all be there.
Yeah.
But
I just-
I mean, I think having a candy tax is important for a child to understand taxation.
especially where I live, we get taxed for everything.
You know, that's my reasoning behind it. I think it's a really good, solid excuse to steal candy from my kids.
Inflation taxes went up 30% this year.
Do you know
there we
you
go.
know how I taught my son taxes? He was obsessed with McDonald's when he was younger.
Mm.
I gave him $20 one time. I was like, okay, you have to buy me lunch, and you can have the change. The change was like 45 cents. I love those cookies, Rita. I love those almond cookies. I have two tins empty. I'm obsessed with those cookies. They sell them at Walmart. They know that hits the nostalgia button. Now I'm craving butter cookies.
Go ahead and
Sorry.
get a PO box, and people will send them to you.
I'm
That's
getting off
best.
my
Take
duff.
it.
Okay, I've been waiting for this. I'm getting off my duff. Let me catch
Okay.
up on the chat, and then you guys can have your trial.
Yes.
So,
Saw a cartoon, a child praying in front of a tin, please be cookies. Yeah.
I don't have a sweet tooth. I love salt toast. I'm the same way, Terry.
He's both ways.
Excuse me. Excuse me. It's the excess. It's the excess. Like even when I had my Wetzel's, when I was moonlighting with Wetzel's pretzels and eating them all the time,
Yeah.
it was the salt and the cheese. You know, I used to go get penny candy. I don't know. So I'm there. I'm all about effect. Even my coffee, I need it to be strong, sweet, and sugary at the same time. Much like me.
Mm.
I'm salty, but you can't put salt in coffee.
Well, you can. You just won't like the taste of it.
I'm excited.
wonder-
Go ahead.
I wonder if that would wake you up at night. Like if you sleepwalk to get coffee and Isaiah put salt where the sugar normally is, if you poured salt in your coffee, if that would wake you up.
I broke my toe and didn't wake up. I'm more scared if something happens. Like,
Yeah.
if something comes down, if my leg is trapped and I think I'm dreaming or something.
Tasha, yes. That is my candy normally.
I don't know what it is. Something has happened, and we can't even blame the fact that something became legal here in the state of California, because even though it was for years after, I still didn't eat candy.
Yeah.
I just woke up one day. You know what it was? It was 1 October. I lived near an elementary school, so I buy jugs of candy, and I buy the good stuff because I'm eating it too. Even this year, if I told you how much money I spent on candy, you'd be like, "You are insane, sir." But I get a lot of kids that come, and one year, I guess, to me, a generation is every 7 years. One in that rotation, there just wasn't that many kids, so I had like 4 or 5 bags of candy, and that's when it began.
Oh.
And I haven't turned, and that was a couple of years ago. Almond Rokas are evil. I had an uncle who gave me, like, I'm not kidding you, I don't know what he was thinking. One year on my birthday, he gave me, like, it was literally a giant ball, and it had like 50, like in a plastic ball, and I fell in love with those things. Then I realized that how expensive they were. They recycle everything in Canada, huh, Shalom? See, I would totally survive in Canada. I compost everything in my backyard.
It's not necessarily everywhere in Canada. It's all up to the local municipalities what they take and what they don't. Like my sister lives in North Vancouver, and they don't have a recycling program, so you have to do it yourself or throw your shit in the garbage, which most people do, and it blows my mind. Like here, we have done it for decades. That you put out your bins and they come and take all your stuff, and like with your bottles and cans, yes, they are returnable for money. I can't be bothered to do it, so I save my bottles and cans for the scouts, or
Mhm.
if I'm getting a little bit too many of them in in the shop, I take them down with my recycling and put them separate next to my recycling, because there are people who go around and dig through the recycling bins for clever returnables, and I'm happy for it to go to them,
Hey,
if they're gonna
Laura.
take it in.
Sorry. Hello,
Oh,
Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Good night,
hi,
Laura.
Laura.
Good night.
Recycling here is a bit of a racket because we do have recycling places. When you buy any beverage or anything that has a metal can, even soup, has something was called CRV here in California,
Yeah.
where you're paying for the redemption value because they assume you're going to recycle it. So you pay
Yeah,
a tax
anything
on
liquid,
top of that.
even milk jugs have a bottle deposit on
We
them.
don't have that here. And what they did is so slick and evil. I wish I owned a corporation. They outlawed green glass and certain types of like you have to throw your milk jug in the trash. What they do is they have trash separators at the dump and they recycle it. And I'm not kidding you, these companies have made record profit.
Yeah.
We're not recycling it, they are now, and it's illegal. You have to throw away your green glass now. And they
That isn't a
recycle it.
thing. But we have to separate the glass we have to separate all our recycling into different bins, because it goes into different places in the truck.
Same here. But they tell us now that we can't, like, green glass is that really, really, really thick stuff they use for wine bottles. And now they tell us to throw it in the trash. And
Yeah, no,
companies, they got caught. They basically got caught.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, no, our recycling people, like they're part of, like, they're provincially funded, by the province of BC. So it's a program to keep stuff out of the dump, right?
Mhm.
Like they do it on purpose so that we leave less of a footprint. We actually really give a shit about what happens to the land we take up.
We used to, but it's all been taken over. We used to have those nickel machines when I was a kid. I loved those. You put 2 cans in, you get a nickel. I felt rich when I'd have a pocket full of nickels from those
Wow.
machines.
Never even heard of that.
No, I've never seen one.
And then in the 90s, they started pumping out receipts where you go in the store.
Yeah.
Even if you walk downtown in Victoria, you will see, like, how you have a garbage can. Well, we also have a green waste can, so that, like, paper, napkins, any food waste will go into that one. And then we have a garbage can, and then we have a recycling bin. So everyone, when they throw their stuff away, they put it in the right place. Yeah, and just like Ollie said, booze bottles are worth money to return to. You have to take them back to the liquor store or to the wine, the bottle shop, whatever kind of thing you bought from.
I still recycle. I still take all my bottles and cans and take them down. There's a family that's owned this business for as long as I can remember. And I asked him a year ago, I was like, do you have any sewing machines? He was pulling old cigars out of the dirt, but he wanted crazy prices for them.
Yeah, even electronics and, like, old broken toasters and stuff, you can take the recycling center. And most things that you ever get from the store, you can return to the recycling center, like soft plastic bags, like baggies from your sandwiches, or shopping bags can go into one thing. And even like styrofoam, you can take that to the recycling center.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have we can't take any of that. Even it's weird to me how they how much money they make off of us, because it's so confusing of what we can and cannot recycle. Basically, if it doesn't say CRV on the back, we cannot recycle it. They've changed. It's someone who has recycled their entire life, because my parents were nickel and dime kind of people, and I respect them for it. But All the rules have changed over the years.
Yeah, no, it just getting like for us, it just keeps getting more and more strict. Like if you get caught throwing food waste in your regular garbage that goes to the dump, you get fined for it because we have a municipal, like just like they pick up your recycling bins, they pick up a green bin and you put everything in that from like your lawn clippings to like even bones and stuff like that. Anything, even things that you wouldn't normally compost, like
Yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily put bones in your home compost, but for them you can, and cheese and milk products and stuff like that, you put that in your green bin.
And for anyone who thinks that's crazy, the state of California has those exact same. We have those same rules where I live. We have those exact same rules where I live.
So we don't have the bins to recycle in. Like they don't pick up bins here for that. They pick up your trash bin, and then if you have recycling, you have to take it to one of the recycling centers in town.
Mhm.
Like there's recycling centers for you to drop off, but you don't get paid for any of the recycling unless you're recycling aluminum and tin, and you hang on to it and take it to the one place that does recycle that here. All the other recycling you don't get paid for.
The one thing I don't like is that the recycling people don't ask questions. So we get a lot of people who are chewing their jaw with a bunch of copper wire who go and recycle said copper wire, and they get money, and it encourages them to go take more copper wire that isn't theirs. It's an endless cycle in my town.
Yeah.
In Japan, they have to have clear garbage bags, trash bags, because that way if the garbage man can see anything that is not supposed to be in your garbage can, you'll get a fine for it that much more easily.
I read I got a garbage inspection, and they gave me like I want to say a D because I had a milk carton in the recycling thing. And they literally, it's in here somewhere. I always put all the stupid paperwork near my washing machine, so it's somewhere over there. But they literally were like, "This is your warning. Stop trying to recycle plastic." My kids like them too. I might have Santa bring 3 now.
We had dark chocolate oranges, those Terry's oranges. That's what they're talking about.
I've been back and forth on those. I was in that
I like
my
those.
whole life. I don't know if I like them or not, but I'll eat them.
I get a milk chocolate one almost every year.
I grew up around old timey candy, so I have this weird love-hate thing about certain types of candy.
Oh yeah.
Like black licorice, any kind of saltwater taffy. It's not that I don't like it. It just reminds me of the fact that my parents were in their 40s when I was born. So we were from different planets. So, Twin, we're not going to tour the black licorice factory, huh?
No, I'm not a big black. I mean, I'll go, but I'm not about to. No.
You're
Black
gonna smell like black licorice.
Not gonna
Black licorice is really bad for your blood pressure, so I can't have it. Like it's really bad.
I'm glad you said that because I probably shouldn't have it.
There you go. Just go with that. It's bad for my blood pressure. I can't have it.
That's right. I didn't know you liked it.
No, it's one of those weird things. Like I try certain things. I hadn't had a fig Newton, I think, in 20 years.
Oh, can't stand those.
And I tried it, and I was like, I can't believe. Like when I was a kid, I'd eat. My parents were like, "Stop eating those things." And as an adult, I was like, "This is kind of gross."
Yeah, just dry.
Have you ever had licorice all sorts? I love those, and I can't have them anymore, and it makes me sad.
Did you see Amazon has a note on their plastic shipping envelopes? Remove the paper label and put the plastic in the recycling.
I haven't ordered from Amazon recently enough. I don't know.
Yes, they're great. Or the one thing that's been destroying me is why do they have such giant packages for little tiny things?
Oh, I know.
I ordered
something so small and it comes in the biggest
Yeah.
envelope ever.
Before they started doing the envelopes, I ordered. This is just my favorite thing ever because I ordered 2 bottles of nail polish, and everybody knows what the size is of a bottle of nail polish. It came in those 2 bottles came in this giant box. It was like 2 feet wide, 18 inches, 2 feet by 18 by 9 inches. It was this huge box, like this. You spread open your arms to hold on to this box. And I was like, what the heck is this? I opened it up, 2 bottles of nail polish and a whole bunch of paper. And I was like, what the heck? Amazon, you're drunk.
Back when they were reliable with books, they used to do that. But I've ordered some books lately and I didn't receive the book I ordered, so I have quit ordering books from Amazon.
Mm,
I get all my books from Thrift Books and Abe Books.
yes. Yeah,
Thrift Books is amazing. They give you, like,
I agree.
if you buy a certain number of books, then you get another one for free at some point, and they're so quick, and the shipping, like even from the States, which I complain about all the time, the shipping with Thrift Books is actually reasonable. And I can still, it's one of the things that I can still buy from the States is books from Thrift Books. And they have everything. It's amazing how many, like, completely impossible to find books I have found through Thrift Books. It's amazing.
I had to stop buying books at thrift stores. That's something I recently stopped doing, was buying books. That's also on my no-buy list.
I don't have any books, or like I don't have room for books. Let's put it that way. I have some books,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have any room for more books.
I like the Raspberry Newtons with a cup of coffee. Might need. You know what it is? It's kind of like I ate Captain Crunch every day for like 17 years, 18 years. I can't even stand the smell of it now.
Mm-mm. When you eat it that much,
Every day. Every day.
yeah, you get sick or something like that.
What about Honey Nut Crunch or something? What cereal is that?
Honey Nut Oats?
Honey, there's honey bunches of oats.
Maybe that's what it is.
Is it the Cheerio shaped cereal, or is it the flaky cereal?
No, it has like granola, and it's really good. I don't know. I can't remember. That's the last time I've eaten cereal, was probably like 10 years ago. I can't eat cereal.
I love cereal, but I cannot eat cereal that is sugared.
Yeah.
Like
can eat
I don't like it. It makes my milk taste sugary, and when the milk gets sugary, it's like bleh.
I'm so weird. If you saw me eat cereal, you would be like, get help, sir. I don't like my cereal to be soggy. So I'll put a little bit in and then I eat it and I put a little bit more in and then I eat that and then I put a little bit more in and then I eat.
I'm with you. I'm with you there.
I've been like that my whole life. The reason why that happens is because Amazon's computer selects the combination of boxes that will completely fill up the truck. It's their portioning is insane. I think Amazon workers in the warehouse are drinking the. Okay, so there's someone I know that works for Amazon. He is the definition of a hardworking human. He works his tail off. I've had so many patches stolen over the years that I wonder what they're doing in the warehouse sometimes.
And I see your name pop up and they're like, oh, this is going to be good.
There was one where I'm glad it got stolen because like it was a cigarette and it said, I'm not a quitter. And I was like, okay, I like this, but I shouldn't wear this. And I ordered
just
it.
helped you do that.
Yeah, exactly. And someone jacked it. But the cool, like, and you know what's so sad? From this one company I'd always order from, they would send me a patch, and as a thank you, they would always send me a couple other patches underneath. So I got the free patches, but I didn't get what I ordered.
Oh no.
Sugar does not belong in cereal with no exception. One exception once a year. A Halloween blueberry comes out.
Blueberry ice cereal, yes.
Amazing.
Oh,
Good night, Tasha.
good night,
Thank
Tasha.
you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much.
See you tomorrow.
I will be up all night sewing. Nope, not if it's blueberry. I eat actual blueberries in milk, but like, probably the healthiest thing I do. Ask them if they choose how they choose the packaging. That is, I know someone who has really worked their way up in Amazon. And I try not to say, because I'm such a first world problem kind of person, so I try not to whine about certain things in front of him because I know he works there. And he would
Yeah.
laugh if I showed him my Amazon history. He'd be like, "Sir, get help right now. Right now." It's a survival. I'm so weird when it comes to sugar in general. I'm really weird about that. Do you think it's a stimulant thing of why I'm such a sugarholic?
Yes.
Probably. Yeah, I would. You just crave it. It just needs to be in your system.
But it's also with like the greasy spoon. Ever since my son started doing MMA, he's
Yeah.
across the street from a greasy spoon restaurant, and I sit there and I'm like, "Do I need a breakfast burrito? No." I go and get one. I'm like, "Do I need a chili cheeseburger? No," but I go and get one. Like,
Okay. I'm going to throw this out here. You were saying chronic pain patient earlier,
yes,
because I am one myself. It is the equivalent of us being alcoholics, where you go and eat after you've been at the bar all night. For chronic pain patients, we crave carbs and sugars, even though that's the last thing our bodies need. That is the first thing they crave.
Yeah, I think it's just our body like craving the thing that actually makes it hurt or ill. It's true.
Or makes the conditions worse or whatever.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
agree 100%. And it's also there's a lot of things I can't control in my life, and food is one of those things where I'm like, I want to go get chili fries. I want to go do this or this,
Yeah,
So
it's the one thing you can control.
Yeah,
for
it's one of
sure.
those crazy things. I quit getting milkshakes with every meal though, so
Hey,
I
that's
probably I got sewing machine needles in a box. Okay, recently I ordered surgery needles. I'm so glad you brought that up, Terry. I sit there, I grab the box, I'm like, because it came the next day. I am happy about that, but I'm like, what is this? Because it was a big box. It was like 2 packages of surgery needles.
Wow.
Recently.
You need the surgery needles?
Well, no, the surgery needle, it didn't matter because the surgery completely bonked on me anyways.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's the comment.
I just got home with fabric. Oh my god, stars and sparkles. I'm
jealous. I'm jealous.
Awesome. I'm going to be going through all of my stuff tonight for all my cotton. Do you know what made me laugh? I have more tweed than I thought. I am a tweedaholic. I went crazy last year.
Nobody else in this universe is surprised, William.
Because I'm looking for cotton prints, and I'm like, oh, that's tweed. That's tweed. Oh, that's more tweed. I am like the Bubba Gump of tweed. Got synthetic tweed, real tweed, chunky tweed, semi-chunky tweed.
Funny.
I don't know. After surgery, I want watermelon. I'm like that when I sit here at night sometimes and I'll crave something crazy. I'm like, my body is telling me I need salt, sugar, or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My thing that I crave, like when I'm not feeling good, is grilled cheese and tomato soup. I never had it as a kid. I had grilled cheese as a kid, never had tomato soup as a kid.
Oh,
That is the combination of the angels singing grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Well,
man, you guys are already talking about my lunch for tomorrow. Like I pulled out.
So we We had both of the kids, both of my youngest and my husband's youngest, for Christmas, and we were trying to find low-cost options. And I was like, well, you know what? I can make a whole bunch of grilled cheese sandwiches, cook up, 1 or 2 cans of tomato soup among the lot of us, and then I just sliced all the grilled cheese sandwiches into like finger sandwiches, like long stick sandwiches. Oh, it was the best in the world.
Yeah, because you got to dip it, right? You got to
Oh, yeah.
dip that thing, and then
I don't
what do
actually
you
eat
put in your
tomato
tomato?
soup afterwards.
Oh, really? I am
Mm.
so into the tomato soup, but it's got to stay hot. What
Yeah.
do you put into your tomato soup?
I don't put anything in it because my husband makes it for me.
Okay.
But if I were making it, it would probably be different. But I'm not going to expend that much energy.
I always like chili flakes in mine and a little tiny bit of chili oil. I always have
Oh.
chili oil at my house.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's stupidly easy to make chili oil. You just
Yeah.
put a whole bunch of like the chili flakes into a pot with a big whole bunch of glugs of oil, and then you heat it just barely, just make it warm, and then you put it in a jar.
Oh,
If I ever completely lose it, that will be my name is Semi-Chunky Tweed.
Yeah.
But I am not there yet in my career choices.
That's
I
his
hope my
name
life-
on the OnlyFans, okay?
I hope
kids?
my life never turns into Boogie Nights. Do you know what's so funny? I listen to a lot of old school music, and I listen to Boogie Nights all the time. My son, the other day in the car, he's like, "What's the name of that song you listen to all the time?" I said, "Boogie Nights." The next day, he comes back and he's like, "I need you to explain this movie to me."
Oh,
He watched
dear.
I'm sorry, he watched not the Marky Mark Boogie Nights movie.
The character name?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I had to explain the movie to my son, and I'm like, "Oh,
Uh-huh.
not again."
Yeah, no, I think no, that is one thing. Like sometimes my kids ask me to explain things that I just no, that is not something I will explain to you until you're 21. And they go, "Oh, okay," because they're honestly pretty grossed out by anything that has to do with anything, sexual. So I'm really relieved that they just don't want me to explain anything to them. It's like, nope.
I'm willing to explain, but it's going to be an awkward explanation because I'm going to be dancing around the subject like Fred Astaire.
You're gonna be making up metaphors. It's like when a mummy doggy and a daddy doggy love each other very much.
I learned, like, I was extremely frank with my child, but sometimes that backfires. So I try to sugarcoat things sometimes.
Thankfully, our school system has the most amazing way of dealing with all of that for us parents because they have a program that's called body science.
Oh.
And the way they express it is that, okay, as we explain things, you need to know that you're all scientists, and scientists do not giggle. They do not say, "Ooh, gross." They say, interesting. And so they're just taught through this process not to think of it as something that's going to give them the heebie-jeebies like it gives us, because we never went through body science.
They showed us a video, and they brought the boys in one classroom and the girls in the other, and they showed us, and we called it the video.
And we watched this. Yeah, we all watched the same video. And it was separated.
I wouldn't be surprised if I watched that video too.
We didn't get the video.
Did you ever watch Red Asphalt in high school?
Oh, was that the one about driving like an idiot?
Well, they show you people actually like crashing and
faces of death.
Yes.
Faces of death, basically.
It was literally produced by the same person, I think, or it was just that 1970s style of shooting a video.
Yeah. We watched something like that too.
Oh, I think I actually have to plug this in.
If you need power to it, you probably do need to plug it in.
No, but I was like, just next level genius where I had a cord that was running here so I could grab it, but I needed it for something else. So I'm back to being Inspector Gadget, crawling under the table. Inspector
Yay, look who's
Zoe.
here. It's a cute boy from Texas.
How's it
Yeah, you didn't see
going?
that.
Personally, I was extremely mature in school, I swear. Okay, maybe not. I was
All boy. I guarantee he was all boy.
I wasn't. I can tell you though, as someone who gives safety meetings, there are certain words that I say that like it's funny how I'll be in a room with nothing but like 40 ups and everybody starts laughing when you say certain words. So I don't think that ever goes away.
No.
Some people never grow up. Some people shouldn't grow up.
I mean, just like what was the last time we were on together, and I just say things, and you all just cackling over there. Yeah, just things just come up. But it's fun. Good times. Oh my. I just got done folding all the fabric that I will not be using to finish the rest of this quilt with. And now I got to put all of this in my scrap pile.
Oh
Well,
man, I need
you
a
can put it in a box and send it to me.
I don't know. This is Callie & Co. Like, this is...
Okay, well, fine. Be that way.
I could.
Yeah.
I could. Because I still have all of this left that I had to fold up. So.
Yeah.
They would show us crazy videos back in the day. I don't even think they're legally allowed to show stuff like that to kids. The video when I was 9, I had no ideas I shouldn't discuss it at the dinner table. Two older brother. I remember that conversation too. I was the youngest, so everybody, because we all went to the same elementary school, we all had the same teachers, so they were like, "Oh, you're that age. Did you watch the video?" So it had a huge stigma behind it.
So you come home and go, today was the day. Today was the day that we watched the video.
Well, everyone knew because they sent home a permission slip.
Yeah.
And if your parents didn't sign, you got to watch, like,
Yeah.
Ricky Tikki Tavi or something.
We do like stranger danger stuff here now. So we have people come in and they talk to the kids all about stranger danger and appropriate touches and all of that stuff.
There's a t-shirt that I have. It says growing up is mandatory and growing old is optional.
No, it's growing old is
optional.
Yeah, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional.
I inverted that. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad you have a t-shirt so you don't have to read it out loud.
I really do, but like there's certain things. I have a bunch of old man t-shirts. I feel like I haven't earned that right yet. Maybe when I'm like
you've earned it.
50 or something. Like I don't know.
I don't know. Just ask your son. He's 15. He'll tell you that anybody over 30 is
Oh, he tells me all he tells me all the time how, like, because I'll look in the mirror and he's like, by today's standards, people would say that's lame. And I'm like, or like my outfit or something, or like I wear really baggy t-shirts and my son's like, are you in TLC? And I'm like, that's a good reference. Like, get out of here. Out.
Go.
Yeah.
When I try to use my kids, like my 16-year-old uses all this like Gen Z language, but she uses it fairly tongue-in-cheek. Like she doesn't really mean it when she talks about skibbity toilet and all that. It's just all over her conversation though, and she uses it as a meme. And then if I say something like if I said to her something about no cap, just being a weirdo, and she was like, never ever say that again, Mom.
Yeah. I do it with my 4th graders. I got in trouble one day because I didn't know what I was saying. Apparently. I forgot to do the definition of the word. And I said something and they're like, oh, Mrs.
That's a swear word,
Yeah, like that's a bad word. We don't say that. And I'm like, oh, I'm glad that you're educating me today.
It's a skibbity toilet,
Skibbity toilet.
Rita. It's some kind of meme from TikTok or something, and
Yeah.
it's really dumb, and it just the words, even without the context, just became something that they say all the time, like skibbity this, and Rizzler and Riz
You got
is like
Riz.
Riz is charisma.
Yeah.
So if you're good with the girls, then you've got Riz, and so
Okay.
they'll say skibbity Rizzler.
So, like I say to my son, then why don't you just say charisma?
Why would you want to say the whole word when you can just say it slang?
Yeah.
You know what? I
It's
used to say
cool,
Audi. I used
okay?
to say Audi 5000. I used to say like later. I went through a phase where I called everyone brother. Thanks,
Yeah.
brother. I'd brother a cat. I'd look at a squirrel and be like, "What's up, brother?" So I get it. I'm not judging. It's just
Yeah, you are judging,
I
but you're
am.
judging from a different perspective now.
No, it's also because I've told the story a million times. We were at my grandmother's house one day. We were watching the Snoop Dogg video, and my uncle walked in, and he's like, "This guy will never last." So you never know, So I try not to be too hard on the younger generation because they might be around in 40 years, like Snoop Dogg's still around.
Exactly.
It would be fitting. It'd be karma for the rest of us for that to be the case.
We were special at school, and when I always warned the kids that it was me, and I would be banging on the door and to be very quiet. It's brain.
Hulk Hogan face.
I did go through a hardcore Hulk Hogan phase. I was brothering everything.
Yeah, but so did Randy Savage, and Randy Savage was way cooler, in my opinion.
Way cooler. But when you find out about all of them, they were all kind of like drugs are bad, okay? All of them.
I mean, Snoop Dogg did have a show with Martha Stewart for a while that was actually really enjoyable. I really enjoyed it.
I watched one episode of that one.
It was so funny, like watching them from their completely different cultural backgrounds interact and find common ground. And it just like the crap that he said to Martha that made her giggle it totally made me laugh.
And when she would hang around his friends, it was weird to me. There was this one meme where Martha was in a room with all of these gangster dudes, and it said one of these people did federal prison time.
Yeah, exactly.
And she was the only one who did prison time in that. Federal prison time in that entire group. And these guys were rough dudes.
I love that she can laugh at herself like that and make light of that situation. Because I honestly, here's my hot take on that whole thing. Martha was fixed up. It was bad. She was given insider information by her stockbroker. He was the professional. It should have been him doing the Fed time, not her.
Well, they target. She should have committed. If she committed that crime in the state of California, she would have got away with it. Because famous people can do anything here.
That was her big mistake.
Undertaker is a stand-up human. I met him and other people that shall not be named in person, and Undertaker is a stand-up person.
Yeah, I'm with Zodi here that Snoop Dogg is a national treasure of yours. Absolutely.
All right, I need a test piece before I start sewing. You know what? Test piece. We don't need a test piece. The sewing machine right here.
You don't need no stinking badges.
I am. I'm always working on something. And since I don't have my serger anymore, I've challenged myself to make pockets. What did I do before I owned a serger? I made pockets on everything. And then the second I owned a serger, I quit putting pockets on things. I would just like to point out
What machine is that, William?
this. Thank you for asking, Shalom.
You're very welcome.
This is a 1960s dressmaker, which is a Japanese clone, and this machine is the definition of precision. After all these years, this thing still works. All it needs
I
is a
love
little
it. I love that it's blue and it has like, it looks like a car parts strapped onto the back of it. I love it.
I love these old machines. Who would have ever thought that in 1999 that Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg would have a show together? I'm telling you, we live on the other side of the mirror sometimes, Zodiac. I truly feel like that. I liked Andre the Giant.
It's Narnia. We're in Narnia.
I feel like that sometimes.
Mm.
I am nothing but nostalgia, so I watch a lot of like old baseball games, hockey games, and I watch a lot of Andre the Giant's old matches. That's just because I'm a sucker for nostalgia. Oh man.
And name it too, Rita. We had to come up with a name for that one.
Those are silver branded machines from the same manufacturers. Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing with Japanese clones. You never known. I can't remember what it was, but there was something, I lifted it up and it said Juki underneath. But I can't remember what machine it is now.
Where are Jukis from? I for some reason thought they were Korean. I could be wrong though. I'm willing to be wrong.
A lot of these companies started in Japan.
Okay.
Most of these companies.
Okay.
Like
and then
even
them.
after World War II, we took over Japan and they started mass producing things. And it's actually a sad story. Like a lot of these machines were sold at really cheap prices because they were making these machines and we didn't have any tariffs or anything, so we were just bringing them here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because occupied Japan was basically our territory. And I have my Star sewing machine, the one I put Gojo on like a crazy person, that has a made in occupied Japan plaque on it. So I will forever keep that sewing machine.
Nina is made in Switzerland if you're looking at the higher end ones.
The picture of Andre with all the Molson cans was my friend's dad's bar across from the Forum in Montreal.
Oh, wow.
My dad said oil is cheaper than metal replacement. It's so true. It is so true. This thing is a clacker. This machine is a definite clacker, though. And when I say a clacker, I mean the machine literally goes clack, 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 no matter how much oil you put on it. They have, these old school machines have really weird noises to them. So you can give the patent for the 15 class to the Marshall Plan. And this particular machine is mass produced because everybody was copying Singer. So this particular machine is something that you see in a lot of places. I just have "she works hard for the money" stuck in my head. Wasn't brother from or wherever you can spell it in Japan? You know, I'm not even going to try that. I'm not even going to try that one. But
Nagoya,
there you
think
go.
is what she's talking about. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to iron this one. I was thinking to myself, like, what did I do before a serger?
You probably used a zigzag stitch like every other normal human being.
But then I'd bust out an iron, I would make my seams and just sew it and move on with my life.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I need to get back to that.
I've never left a seam just as a seam. I don't think, unless I was making something that was completely throwaway. I everything is French seams or
Mhm.
Hong Kong seams. I love a Hong Kong seam. Oh, like that dress that I showed you the picture of, Jess, the one with that the whole thing is all French seamed. The whole thing, and all the hems are done by hand with an invisible hem stitch.
I learned French seams when I was little because that's how I made my pillowcases and everything.
It's just a really strong seam, and it's so pretty.
It is.
Looks so good. So I found an old project in a sewing in a shoebox that I was making this dress for my niece Lola, incidentally, when she was born. But my sister-in-law Laura said, "Please, no pink," and it was like, "Oh no, you're kidding me!" Because it was a pink gingham baby girl's dress that was lined with Swiss dot cotton voile.
It was so pretty.
And I smocked it. It's so dang cute, and I just dropped it the moment she said no pink, and I just put it in the shoebox.
It deserves to be on a little girl somewhere.
Yeah, I've got to figure out who to give it to, because like I mean, all it's going to take to finish it is to put the straps together on the at the top, and that's it. That's it. Everything else is done. And it's so cute. And somebody is going to really love it and really feel special putting it on their daughter. And I just need to find the right person to have it.
It needs like a little pink bow to put in its hair too. In her hair.
Oh yeah. I can definitely. Well, actually I have the pieces cut out for a bonnet. For a baby bonnet out of that same material.
You are obsessed with putting pink bows on everything. I'm going to say here for the record, I will never wear a pink bow.
Oh, I was going to say, are you going to wear a pink bow for me?
No.
I bet you we can.
I still think you're awesome though, but no.
Let's make him one of those like the baby headbands with the pink bows on it.
No.
Because
the stretchy headbands with the interchangeable bows.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, he needs a big old southern bow.
Yeah.
Big old southern bow.
No. If you want him to wear pink, the only way I could see William wearing pink is y'all make him a black bow tie with pink, very, very fine pink piping trim.
Ooh, there we go.
I could see pink in that situation.
A bow tie.
I made a
bow tie.
I made a black and pink sweatshirt, but I look like I'm in the Hart Foundation. I look like me and Bret Hart are going to go wrestle somebody.
Pink is not William's color.
Sweatshirt.
I think anything could be William's color. William is a color dude.
Yeah,
for sure.
He is, but I don't see him in pink.
Yeah, I don't think I could get Zodiac into a pink bow either, and he's just too much of a cowboy.
And like I always say, I'm not here to judge anybody. You know, that's just not my thing. That's all. Should I go sloppy style and just leave it like it is? You know what? Where's my? I'm gonna go old school.
See, this is what's gonna happen. He's gonna be taking care of Lucy May, and he's gonna be brushing her hair. And he goes, "Where do I need to put the bow?" And he's gonna put it on his head.
I'm gonna put it on her tail and move on.
No.
Yeah.
Although Lucy May having a pink bow on her tail would be pretty heckin' cute, like your style, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. So I subscribed on to like a channel that has adoption for baby cows.
Oh, word. Oh, my word.
And I totally wanted to send so many pictures to you, but I couldn't do it.
Thank you.
But they're so beautiful.
Whatever
and they
forces
come in
in
like groups.
Stop, Jess. We thank you.
On Google, when you type in Highland cow, it lets you know that the smallest
there's a micro Highland cow.
They are like the smallest one is 400 pounds. If you want to know what 400 pounds is, drop a motorcycle and then just try to pick it up.
Why would I want to?
What's your point? What is your? Every animals of size need love too. Okay, like
They're
don't
getting love in a
don't
safe
be
location.
sizist.
I'm
Yeah,
not size
exactly.
shaming. I'm not size shaming. I'm just saying.
No, I beg to differ. I beg to
I
differ.
really do feel that he'll have one someday. I'm feeling it.
Oh,
Even
that is
when I'm long
lovely.
gone, I'm done. He's gonna put a pink bow in that.
So we just have to see
Yeah.
whether Jess's willpower can outperform William's won't power.
All right, William,
See,
for
but
the
the one
record, I'm
thing
on your
that-
side on this one.
The one thing that I know about Coach Twin is that she is the most consistent human I've ever met in my entire life. Like, you don't give up. You don't give up. I like that about you. Thank you, Rita. Thank you.
I'm glad that's a good quality then.
Sure.
Okay.
Giving you a hard
So
time.
I'm trying to see where you're going with this. Like, is it okay? Is it good? Is it just horrible?
You're just the most. No, that's a good thing in life. You get what you want. People who if you back down, you don't get what you want. But if you're consistent, you get what you want in life.
Yeah, and I think, seriously, being a twin when I was little, and I would have to fight for things. So, yeah.
So we're blaming your parents now.
But that's why I got a job when I was young too. Because if I wanted something, I had to go get it.
Tammy and I are turning into psychiatrists over here.
Oh.
I've once again fallen behind the chat. I apologize.
So, Ollie, if we get him to wear a bow, do I get points for that?
It's been a while.
Oh.
I think
I just
that
got to
would
get
be a
video
lot of
evidence of it. That's the problem. That's going to be the problem.
Baby goes, that's nightmare stuff. And I think it's because I'm around a mini horse ranch, all kinds of stuff. And they're, man, if a mini horse is mad at you, they could knock you over. They could sneeze and knock you over. You do want to hurt.
Ollie, you know that you could see me with a herd of baby animals.
I'll make an outfit like Moses. You get a staff.
No. Oh. I gotta find a place
a micro pig.
I can have them.
I've known people that have owned pigs. I'm actually trying to finish a couple projects right now, Katie. I've started this one that I haven't finished. I didn't like the middle of my shirt, so I changed it. And I'm going full sweatshirt with my hood. And we're going to see how artsy-fartsy this is because I'm combining 3 different materials because I'm using what I have in this room.
Yay!
So, Katie, I finished the Callie & Co. quilt. Well, I finished putting all the pieces together. So I'll show that to you a little bit later.
Okay.
Rita Zodi has a really good story about mini horses.
Mhm.
I'm just not a
and just
fan.
how dangerous they are.
I'm just not a fan. And like, we have a lot of parades in my town. So I'm just not a fan of mini horses. Get a big, it's kind of like if someone asked me my opinion on mini sewing machines, although like I get my most views from those videos, go buy a full body, go to the Goodwill, get an old sewing machine. It'll work better than the mini sewing machine that you're going to buy. And I will say the same thing about a mini horse.
I finished it, Rita. I finished all the pieces of it today. I showed these 3 earlier. Or no, I didn't show Shalom, but I showed Tammy and William earlier.
And Rita, you are inspiring me with your quilts because I'm sitting in a room of scraps.
Mm-hmm. She's
Yay.
absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. I have to have the day. I wish I could hibernate, Shalom.
No, it's ever since I had my strokes, my sleep is really crazy. Like sometimes I sleep the senior citizens life, like I'm asleep at 8 o'clock and I'm up at 3 a.m.
Totally.
And then it kind of starts to rotate. It just goes on this. It's almost as though my days are 16 hours long instead of 24, and I get offset by 8 hours every single day.
Yeah,
it's such a pain in the butt. It's because then I still have to get up because I'm still that mom who makes my kids lunches for school. You gotta what?
Oh, I'm reading all these comments.
Oh, okay.
I still get up every day, and now I tell my son, you should make breakfast. And I go in the kitchen, I have a chair, and I sit in there, and I pass out, and I'll wake up, and he's been gone for 2 hours.
I'm sure he still appreciates it because you like made the effort, and then you're like this. You're just an old man, so you fell asleep at the kitchen table. I'm sure he still appreciates it.
Well, I think he's in this freedom and independence stage, so he's like, heck yeah. And plus, like, I hang out in here, so he has the whole house to himself most of the time. As long as there's not like a Kings game on or something. And even like, and that's the thing. Lately, I've been sewing a lot, so I've been in here.
Rita wanted to see my block too, that I made for Kelly and Co. Can I show it?
Of course.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Well, you better.
You
better.
Yeah. So, okay. So here's the block 2. That's from with Kelly and Co. Okay. Oops. Let me go this way.
Yeah.
Then I'm making a scrap, and so that's my scrap.
That's awesome.
I
Aw.
love
My
it.
scraps that I made with quilts last year, and
Nice.
putting those together. It's amazing.
I love it.
Really good.
Yeah.
That's very cute.
So there she is in all her glory. Okay. You can go back small again.
I love how you like love and hate the up close.
Yeah, but when I'm done, I don't want to look at myself large on the screen. Unless I'm making a video or something. Or I'm by myself. I'm like, oh, look it. I'm cute. Hey. I'm like, no.
Absolutely, Rita. We absolutely love those.
Yeah.
Great job.
So, yep, I'm working on a curve quilt right now. I know, surprise, surprise, it's finally happening.
Which one are you doing?
Or
what's it gonna look like?
We're gonna have to do this on the floor.
So, do you see it, Shalom?
Oh, I love that. Leaves. I like your colors. Patriotic
It's all
colors.
Americana. And then I have, but it's from Beverly McCullough. Flamingo Toes is her company name. And she's a moda designer.
Okay.
And so she has like her orange peel came out last year. And yeah, so I'm creating her summer quilt from last year with Americana fabric.
I tried to sort of cheat the system today. I have to, I think I should probably come out and like admit my sins, be absolved. So I went on to eBay and I found this place that had a whole bunch of men's shirts that were all like red, white, and blue plaid. And I put 16 of them in my cart. And they were like between $1.40 Canadian and like $5. And the fabric was beautiful and they were nice shirts. And I was going to, use the fabric. But, I figured, hey, it's a man's shirt. I'm not buying fabric. I'm buying men's shirts. Right?
Yeah.
Right? And then I went to check out and it was like $40 for the stuff. And the shipping was $462.
Oh gosh.
$462 for shipping.
Yeah, because there didn't usually eBay does this combined shipping thing where they like take the weights of it and then use that to calculate shipping. But no, they added the shipping price for every shirt, which was $16.99 American.
Well, welcome.
And it ended up being $462 shipping. So I canceled it. And I did not end up getting any of my cheater fabric shirts.
Oh, that's sad.
I was really sad. They were cute shirts. I liked them. They would have made a really good, Americana. Like I wanted to make some Americana things because you can't get Americana stuff in Canadiana. So I thought that would be a good place to start, but nope.
Yeah.
Good to know. I'm gonna move there and sell all my stuff and become a billionaire.
There, thank you.
So
Yeah.
I'll bring all my clothes. A lot of my clothes, though they say California, Tennessee, I'll make a killing in Canada.
Tammy, Ollie said that's a cool design with all those free squares.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm playing with it to see what I can end up with.
Oh,
I'll have to pull some more batiks out of my stash to add to it. But I think that's as big as I can go with what I've got.
So you still
As a
feeling
basic
inspired,
design.
William, to make quilts?
what's that?
You still feeling inspired to make quilts?
I am literally like on a seek and destroy for all cotton prints in this room. Now that I finally figured out what people make quilts with, because I am more of a coarse fabric kind of person, and the more crazy it is, the more I want to sew on it. You know,
But you can make, if you're consistent with the weight of your fabric, you can make a quilt with anything. It doesn't have to be a quilter's cotton. You can make a tweed quilt. It would look amazing.
Yeah.
I like your way of thinking, Shalom. My patch weighs like 15 pounds. One of my my block, you could take it and throw it as like a fighting star or whatever those
Here
things
you go.
Yeah, you could. I mean, so our ancestors did not make quilts out of 100% cotton quilting fabric. They made it out of whatever they've got.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
So
yeah.
there's nothing stopping you.
Bead stacks and everything.
Cotton fabric was not common until the 19th century. And even
From
then,
what?
it wasn't more cotton, and it wasn't more. It was after the Industrial Revolution when it became mechanized that it became more common.
Printed scenes. I like that. Did
Ooh.
you read his comment,
Ooh,
Tammy?
yeah, like
It could be.
toile.
Yeah, toile would work. I actually have some shibari, whatever, the indigo dyeing stuff.
Yep, shibori.
I wonder if they would be big enough to frame.
Shibori dyeing is so much fun. Although I had, some explaining to do when I went out in public for a while because it spilled over the tops of my gloves into my gloves.
I had a niece who dyed her hair in my front bathroom, and she painted the walls with hair dye.
Is that black, Tammy?
The arrow fabric is black. These are blue.
Yeah.
Blue and white.
Okay. She painted your bathroom?
She was a rookie, and she utterly and completely destroyed my bathroom.
Yeah.
If I don't do this, I'm going to take and put batiks up there.
Yeah. Well,
Is that loud?
no.
It's not bad.
I think I probably would go batiks. It's just because they're red and I don't put red. Those are white and blue. And I don't see a lot of white and blue in your.
Yeah, it would
Design.
definitely be framing out it'd definitely be framing it out, but.
Yeah.
So a tweed quilt would be heavy.
It would be heavy.
My coat is so heavy, it's not even funny.
Really?
It's a weighted blanket. The denim jacket is heavy. But I work with tweed, and I make giant tweed jackets with huge hoods. You know what? I need to pull out all the stuff I made during the summer. I made a hood that made me look like a Smurf. It was huge. But because it was so hot, I only wore it during the video. Tweed and 95-degree weather do not mix.
Yeah. No, it does not mix.
And it's 95 on average here.
So I have some darker color batiks I may put in there too.
Mm-hmm.
And the strip sets, these are all, waist basically. It comes down to it.
No, but Tammy, send me your address and I'll send you some scraps.
Okay.
I would love to.
Shalom, are you still there? I have Lola.
No, I've checked out.
I have Lola stuck in my head. Lola, Lola, Lola.
I love the Kinks.
I love that song. It's the implications have changed in today's world. As someone who lived in Hollywood, California, I love that song. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Do you guys hear that
It is a
humming?
good song.
Yeah, from you.
Do you hear the humming?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
They're working on the freeway. If
Oh,
I open,
no, I heard your humming. I wasn't talking about them.
oh, there is a literal hum, and they weren't coming around because of the weather in their bag.
When you had your door open the other day, I could hear it.
It is crazy how loud it is. But we're getting the Olympics, so this is everywhere.
Welcome, welcome. Here they come.
Up I want to say half a mile from my house is where they make the gravel. And then you could hear them pounding, making the gravel, and then they're moving it with the trucks, and then they have this machine that won't. It's chaos over there.
I bet.
Lola, Lola.
Are you asking if the gold from last night? I wasn't planning to. I've got scraps of it. I could put it in there. I've got scrap. I used it today, though. That's why I have scrap.
I don't know how buried it. Oh, there it is.
I'm gonna laugh when I go. I still have fabric from my very first trip to downtown. I get real nostalgic when I start pulling out my fabric.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to the LA fabric district so bad and eat at one of the food trucks and hate my life, but also
So as an expert, Santee Alley, the knockoffs are so good it's all overcharged now. Everything used to be fake, but it was affordable. And because of the internet, it ruined the callejones, which means alley shops in Spanish. It ruined the callejones because people knew they existed.
I would just end up mispronouncing that cojones and getting laughed at.
It is, I say doce and dulce. I mix up 12 and candy all the time. All the time. I think I'm saying candy and someone's laughing at me because I'm saying the number 12.
I heard a friend of mine from Canada learned some basic Spanish and went down to Mexico, and he was asking a food vendor if his this one product he made was good, and unfortunately he used the wrong word by just the way he said it, and ended up asking him if he had a nice female lady part. Because apparently torta means lady part if you ask for it in a certain way.
Fun fact, and chalupa in English means meat boat. Imagine how much fun people have with that in Spanish. If anyone ever calls you a chalupa, it is not a term of endearment.
I don't know. I can only see using that as a term of endearment.
That's one of those weird Spanglish words, and I'll never forget. I asked somebody who was from there, what does this word mean? And they were like, it means meat boat. It means nothing. But chalupa literally means meat boat.
Okay. That is good to know. I'm going to file that.
And there's many ways around it. And it's more of a dialect thing. But where I'm from, chalupa means...
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
So when you say it, you're talking about something else.
Yeah, no. It's something else that you might call a meat boat.
And I think it's because that came out when I was of a certain age. So people my age, they giggle every time you say the word chalupa. I'm leaving in the mistakes too. It would not be my so-called light sweatshirt without a few mistakes. And I have a fight. I have
laying that out.
What's that?
Katie was asking what I'm working on. Laying that out, seeing if I can come up with something. That's where I'm still there. That's
Yeah.
it.
Nothing wrong with that at all. How are you doing, twin?
Doing great.
All right, all right.
I just don't. I can't work on stuff and talk to y'all at the same time. You guys
I'm
just move.
trying. I'm trying to turn over a new
All
leaf.
this chalupa talk is just throwing her off her game.
I am not a chalupa person. My kids are.
I love those. That and those crunch wraps will end me. Crunch wraps will. I could eat 4 or 5 of those things if they weren't so expensive here.
Like if I hear that
We make
word,
those at home.
I hear that restaurant every other day. I was like, no, we are not going there.
To be fair, though, Coach, Mom, because I'm gonna get my whiny voice on.
Okay.
When I was that age, I ate a lot of Taco Bell as well. I was obsessed with Taco Bell at that same age.
I cannot. If there is one thing that will completely ruin the next 24 hours of my life,
Yes.
it is Taco Bell.
Yes, I understand that very well. Yes.
Yes.
But I don't eat it.
No. No, I want to. Believe me, because I know that
I'd
it
rather
is
make it myself.
it's just delicious, and you know you're ruining your life, but you do it anyway, and then you pay for it, and I just can't. I can't afford the cost. I can't afford the happiness cost.
I wonder
of
if they would
Taco
sell
Bell.
me the bread. That thing that it all comes in.
I have a feeling it's probably the liquefied meat that comes in a bag that
Oh,
they
it is. It all comes in a
squeeze
bag.
out.
It's
Yeah.
amazing, though. I've been eating that since I was a kid. I love that Cisco liquefied meat.
Yeah, but your stomach's probably like hardcore, like steel. And you can handle it.
There's a band name for you. Cisco liquefied meat.
It all is Cisco brands. Like if you live in Northern America and you eat at a fast food restaurant, you are eating some sort of Cisco brand food.
Yeah.
That's why you see those trucks all across from sea to shiny sea. No matter where you go, you will see a Cisco brand food.
I haven't. Yeah, we don't have enough fast food here to have put that whole thing together. I always assume they're coming to a grocery store because I know that they are like a warehouse operation of stuff.
They make everything as far as like food and food accessories. They make everything.
Propane and propane accessories.
I like saying that. I say that all the time about sewing and sewing machine accessories. You're the first person to ever pick that up, Shalom.
Well,
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm honored. That was a great show.
Are you kidding me? Where I'm from, if like when we make fun of people, we say you speak Spanish like Peggy Hill, and everybody starts snickering and laughing.
There are a lot of people who speak French like Peggy Hill. A lot of people.
I will say though, as somebody who like you have to start somewhere. So if I offended you, I apologize. Like it's just a funny thing. You have to start somewhere though. Like if you like when Coach saw my broken dish, my leaky dish, my points weren't pointing, but she just clapped because she knew I'm a rookie.
Well, there's a lot to be said for just attempting to do that block or to attempt to do any quilting block.
Was that your version of macaroni art for Jess's fridge?
Oh, I got a ton. I've got a ton of macaroni art.
So, like, I don't care if somebody's points match. Just that you're attempting quilting, that is like a huge deal.
No, I absolutely agree with you.
You did not air sew, and so that's brownie points all across the board for accomplishment.
No, I think it looked pretty dang decent. Like maybe up close with a magnifying glass, I would be able to say some mean things if I wanted to. But honestly, when you showed it to us on camera, it looked pretty dang great. I had no I had no mean comments at all.
And we are not quilt police, William.
Ha 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 ha.
So if your points don't point, that's okay.
Yeah.
Ugh. I have
Yeah,
been
chop
through
off.
the ringer with the police of judgment of crap. I hate it. I went to a couple of SCA events,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and my friend is from here. She married an American dude and moved down to Washington State, and she was coming back for this weekend SCA event. And she said, "Hey, why don't you come?" I said, "I have nothing to wear." I said, "But I will have something to wear by the time you get here." So I had 24 hours to make an entire costume, head to toe,
Hmm.
to wear to this event. And so I did. And I used what I had.
Mhm.
And I thought I looked pretty amazing. I liked it. I liked my costume. But one of her snooty friends just totally turned me off the entire SEA thing
Mm.
because she just kept snarking and making these passive aggressive comments about my costume, because my outfit was a costume and hers was garb, you see, and it was
Oh,
historically
Yeah.
accurate and all
oh.
those kinds of things. And she was
Wow.
she was the police of, I mean, I got a lot of attention from boys because it was very boobala, you know. But
Shalom, don't feel
Selling.
bad. I live around people that wear real Gucci, Prada, and all of that stuff. And there is someone I don't like, and she asks me all the time, "Oh, did you make that? Did you make that?" And I swear
yeah.
she's saying that to call me like a ragtag, like, wino, like you dress like a 1920s boxcar hobo.
Yay! That's exactly what I was going for.
That actually is my style. That's
Yeah.
actually a style I love. But I think she's saying that because she's like one of those Land Rover driving, every time she gets out of her car, she has some brand name something, even if it's sweats. Like I
Yeah.
saw her recently and she was wearing Gucci sweats.
Yeah. Yeah. Good for you. Good for you.
Have fun with that.
I'd rather buy a
And
car. I'd rather
yeah,
buy a car instead of. I'll take that money and go buy a car for the
go on
same
a
price.
really nice trip for the same
go
price
buy
as your handbag.
I'll go buy a long arm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, there's just people like that out there in the universe. And when I was young, like I think I was a little bit more susceptible to it, and I got angry with this woman, and I eventually shamed her into the ground. But nowadays it wouldn't nearly bothers me as much, and I have other places to go and wear my, like, here's the thing. It's people try to aim for historical accuracy, and we have no absolute idea what really is accurate, completely accurate, unless we have extant examples. And even then, we don't know what color they were, or there's a lot of things we don't really know. We have one example, that from the year 800, and it doesn't mean that everything was made the same way. So now, instead of going for historically accurate, we go for historically adequate.
I think about this
Yeah.
all the time, though, Shalom. What is historically accurate? We do not know what the Vikings really look like. We have depictions. We have the Buster Crab version where we think they all have helmets with wings on them,
Hmm.
because like if you go to Egypt, they all they don't dress like how you think that they were. They actually were wearing pants and shirts.
Yeah, we have educated guesses, and that is the best that we got. And we know that they didn't have machines to sew with, and we don't know that they didn't have the kind of steel required to make a proper little thin sewing needle. Everything was made by hand. So we have ideas based on that. And so when I make my historic garb, I sew everything, like all of the major seams, on the machine because I don't have the time. But then I do my finishing by hand. so that you can see the hand finishing, and you go, oh, hey, it looks like you made that thing by hand. And I go, well, it just so happens that I did.
Well, there's two sides to that. There's that, oh, did you make that by hand? Or when someone's like, hey, I really like that, I'll turn and be like, I made this by hand. So I think there's like two sides to that.
Mhm.
Bone needles. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, as like I've traveled around a lot, and like people did not dress how we think they did. Even in the oh, this is a perfect example. I love my cowboy hat. I wear it every day. I have a cowboy hat of every color. Up until Wild Bill Hickok, no one wore that cowboy hat that we think of. They wore bowlers. They were crazy different styles of hats, but no one really had the cow. They had farmer hats that were wide brimmed, but no one had a cowboy hat like how we wear in America. You know, that was the creation. Like Wild Bill Hickok, literally, him and Annie Oakley literally created the ideal of what we think of the Wild Wild West. And a lot of that was stereotypes. And the hat was to be showy and campy, and it caught on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep, Katie, you nailed it too. Some of the best examples of extant garments, like real garments that were actually found, were found in Greenland. Almost every single is still intact piece of Viking age clothing was found in Greenland. Like they've had a couple of really huge finds, and they have found things that were women's, men's, kids. They've found shoes and hats, and Greenland has been an absolute treasure trove. And unfortunately, the only reason why it's become a treasure trove is because of global warming suddenly warming up the permafrost enough for them to find those kinds of things.
But to be fair, that's how we found Ötzi all those years ago.
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same. No, it's the same thing. The world is warmer than it used to be, so things that used to be frozen are now more findable. But Greenland has had some amazing examples of Viking clothing. It's just amazing.
Can I ask you a weird question? What is SCA?
Society for Creative Anachronism. It's basically a group who tries very hard to emulate historical times. A lot of it is medieval or Renaissance. You know, there are different epochs that are acceptable. And nowadays, you have to have your garb approved by the garb czar in order to be able to wear it at an event, if you're an official member. And they do things like they have like different kinds of fighting. Like they'll have what's called heavy fighting, which is guys with big swords and armor.
The broadswords,
yeah. And then they have the lighter swords with the épées, like fencing style, you know, that's the light. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they have kings and queens that are elected and stuff, and they serve their term, and they have different people that go all the way down the list as far as the different kind of honorific titles go, and they they have different events in different places, and they're all over. It's especially big in the States, and they have it's a bit like if the Ren Fair were trying to be real, as opposed to the Ren Fair.
So the other side of that, so you see the fighting, like you see the broadsword and the thin sword fighting, but some groups do it better than others. But lace making, hand sewing, the traditional crafts that craftsmen would be doing in those eras are also welcome to participate. So blacksmiths and horsemanship and all of that can also be included, depending on like they'll do jousts and things like that too.
Yeah, there's paper makers and book binders and
Ooh.
weavers and spinners and so everything that you can think of that would go into something a person would use on a daily basis that everyone needed, or even some things that were more rare. Those are all something that each individual can just might have this idea of what they want to do, and it's important that you do your research, and there's like paper writing and essays and book writing kind of thing involved. So it is a very academic pursuit and very taken quite seriously, for sure.
Yeah, you basically create your it's not necessarily alter ego, but if you want to layman's terms it down, you can alter ego into whoever your SCA character is.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Your
found-
And
persona.
you're basically stepping into that role when you step into your SCA thing. I've been in an SCA before.
Yeah, there are other versions of the same kind of reenactment that are less stringent, and that have things all over the place. Like there's a place in Canada called Bicoline, and I really, 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 really want to go to Bicoline. They have a 3,000 participant war. And they built a whole village. Like if you it's BICOLLINE, and if you go to that website you can see everything, and they have different guilds to belong to and all that kind of stuff, and it's just amazing.
So I found my Misfits chainmail. You want to see it?
Ooh.
Yes.
And and the funny thing is, I don't know if I'll fit. I still have this. I know where it is. I don't know if I'll fit in this because I don't think I'm that skinny anymore.
Oh no. So, yeah, you got to make the right corsets, Rita. Because some of them do, some of them don't.
This
You
is
have to make
definitely gonna have some copyrighted. Hold on, let me flick over real quick and do this. This is definitely gonna have some copyrighted music on it. Oh yeah, I'm not that skinny anymore.
I love it.
But I used to wear this to Ren fairs with my Misfits patch, and everyone loved it.
Yeah, because that fits in.
And I made this from a costume pattern that I found at a thrift store.
Hey, it works.
I do own a full Templar shield, sword, and the full garb.
Hi, Christina.
But I absolutely loved that thing. I think you know what? I think it's time to make another one. Yay! Hello, Christina. Good morning. But I think it's time.
I have
interesting conversation we're having.
Good morning. I haven't seen you from my morning live. How are you doing?
Rita, I bet you anything, if you had a properly made corset made for your body so that it fits properly in all the right places, and that you only tighten it to your body comfort, that it wouldn't be. I promise you. If you have the right corset for your body and one that's made for you, it isn't. Problem is getting a corset made for you costs $400.
I was about to say, great
not
to see you, Christina. I can't have anything restricting my ribs because I have breathing issues. So if anything's pushing into my ribs, I get that instant anxiety of I can't breathe. Like it slowly starts pushing.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. And Katie, I have made 1 million corsets. 1 million. I'm not kidding. And I would be more than happy to help if you wanted to do that. But I would suggest very strongly that you have a dress form. And if you don't have your own dress form, I can send you to the place where you can make your own dress form based on your measurements.
You know what? Maybe I'll do that when I get to 10,000 subscribers. I'll have a mannequin giveaway, and I'll send someone my 35-year-old mannequin. I wonder how much that would be to mail a mannequin.
Depends on where you're mailing it to.
That's so sad. I don't think I'll be able to fit my Misfits chainmail, and I don't even want to go try it on.
I thought you put it on once already. Like,
Not recent. No,
you
not
sure?
not that one.
Okay.
No, because like that.
Not
It's not that I didn't know what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing, and so my craftsmanship is kind of like, you can tell that I was a rookie when I made that. And I wore that, and the people at the Ren fairs were so nice to me because they had these professional things, and I come walking up, and they're like hugging me. They're such good people.
Yeah.
I still don't like turkey legs. But they were so good to me. That's when people say, oh, certain communities are this and this, and I'm like, I have never had that experience. But I'm a geek. Like I'm into that whole lore. I love stuff like that. And plus, who wouldn't love wearing it? Just as some friendly advice, though, if you do wear chainmail and you have any kind of hair that you want to keep, wear a cap. Wear a cap over your head.
Good to know. Good to know.
We have no idea how he found that one out, do we?
His eyebrows must have got caught up in it.
It pinches skulls too, so I can only imagine what happens to hair. It literally, because the chainmail, it gets in there, you know. Mine cost me $650, and it did fit me. Wow, I couldn't imagine how expensive corsets are. But as somebody who makes clothes, I didn't know what to charge one time, and someone I absolutely love and respect was like, how long did you take on that? You took 15 hours. You need to charge them for 15 hours of work. So clothes, like handmade clothes, are expensive. You should get into quilting clothes. You'd make a you would make a killing, twin, especially in North Kakalaka. People love wearing really bright clothing.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
When I start my rap career, I'm going to ask you to make me some. We're going to make some crazy, funky quilt clothes.
I'll make the quilts, you make the clothes. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, call me MC Bobbin. And they'll say that man has lost his bobbins.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. We have been going for 3 hours. We have gone around Jupiter twice, gone around the moon, done a loop. It is Wednesday. I'm going to finish this. I'm working on a video right now. Tammy, do you have anything that you'd like to, tell the people about that you're working on? The most organized person I know.
I've got my live tomorrow. Then I've got one Friday night, pop-up live.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to be on Zoom retreat all weekend.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Twin, do you have anything that you'd like to chill?
Well, tomorrow's a no school day, so I'm planning on coming in the morning and doing a live, just a pop-up one. Ooh. I don't know when, don't know where, but it'll happen. I'll be here.
Yay!
So come hang out with me. Hit that bell, that notification.
Shalom, thank you so much for hanging out. You're always invited here in the House of Sewing.
Well, thank you, and I thank you very much for having me. It's always a good time.
We're just hanging out, talking about life, and eventually I get to sew something. But seriously, I want to thank everybody. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you. I'll be back at it on Saturday. I'm working on several videos right now. I am in full ADD overload. I am literally working on 6 different projects right now. So hopefully they will all come together to turn into my video. Like What's
Oh,
that?
wow.
I'm burning the candles on both ends,
I
Harpo
see
Mark
that.
style. Just walking in with my candle on both sides.
So when
But-
you're like stressed out and in the field position tomorrow, I'm like, well, you took on 6 projects.
I'm already stressed out and I've finished one, so we're halfway there. And if I finish this tonight, that'll be 2.
Well, hopefully you get one sometime, Ollie. I'm sorry. Well, I'll text you, or not text you. I'll email you.
Notifications
Ollie, I'm
don't
coming on. That'll be a notification.
Excuse me.
You'll have your email address now.
Katie is 100% right. 100% right.
Yeah.
There is stuff I watch every day that I do not get the notifications for. They just assume I'm going to click on that channel. I don't know. But we'll be back at it on Saturday. I want to thank everybody who is here tonight. Anyone who watches this in the future, I absolutely thank you. And like I always say, reinforce your seams. See, I'm not touching the button because I want to hear the entire speech. Reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time.